information, a little bit of motivation, a whole lot of truth, no financial advice. It's the weekend. It's Sunday, and I was watching some videos, and I was just going to make a video, and then somewhere in there, I said, you know what? I'm just going to do a live stream because it's for my people. It's for what we do. If you make videos for people, like I'm going to make like this one type of content for like one type of audience, then it's not being true to who I am. I have a TikTok channel that I do tons of videos. I'm talking about the other day, I probably did 20 videos. And there's new people watching the channel, like, on my TikTok feed. They're like, oh my goodness, where'd all this info come from? And I'm just like, nah, bros, if you guys ever knew, over here at YouTube, there's a vault. there's a damn library. And no, I don't think people deserve snippets and clips and just facts. And then they don't really know the show. They don't know where we're coming from and who we are. So I'm not doing it for them. I don't. That's why I don't care about Instagram and Reels. I don't even post. I don't care about Facebook. I don't even post. I care about what we do here, and that's it. And I'm gonna stick to me, and I'm gonna show you guys something. Okay. I want you to know something. First thing I want you to know is I do pay attention to like the whole environment, whether it be Reddit or Twitter, anywhere, like everything that these guys want to post. 3 years ago, 4 years ago, everyone was posting about how GameStop was so mass manipulated on the markets that you had to DRS your shares to, to create this liquidity dump, and it would just be a barren wasteland, and you couldn't manipulate this stock any longer because you couldn't borrow it. And I was like, okay, like, that's cool to people who care about short squeezes or to people who care about, market manipulation to that point. But what about us, the few, the proud, the GameStop investors that like the company, that support the company? Like me, fundamentally, I shop there every damn day. You guys know the way I am, and I live for GameStop. I really do. I don't mind it. I hope you live for something. I hope half of you people out there that judge me, I hope you guys live for someone and something, because I do, and that's just what I choose to do. But the more informed I am about this investment, the better I feel about it, and the partnerships and the announcements, and the idea that GameStop was supposed to hire Wes Christensen or whatever his name was and go chase down these short sellers, that all stemmed from Reddit and people pumping out this one direction of info. And it made me wonder, like, who and what and where, how and why. Because I just did an interview. You guys know the podcast I just did in the UK, and it's for The Gist, and it's called Chatter. I believe that's what it's called. And this guy claims to be a GameStop investor for the last 4 years. And he's been partnering up with, Houston Wade on every live stream and every video. And he finally gets, 4 years later, he finally gets around to us. Come talk to me about GameStop. And it was just like, it was eye-opening for him because he knew nothing about fundamentals. He knew nothing about the transition of business and where their head went. All he read was like sensationalized headlines. And it kills me because if people are only looking at the things put in front of you, then you're going to miss out on this really great opportunity of what GameStop is. But I can give you a point. 3 years ago, there was this kid coming onto the scene and telling people about investing and the dollar and how they were going to go broke or how you had to hedge and it's the infinite glitch. And I was just like, listen, like, and the kid's name, look, I get a phone call now. Let's see. Hello. Yes. Yes, it is. Sorry, guys, that was work. Work's real, by the way. Hey, but let me tell you about Peruvian Bull. Before I ever start taking advice from anyone or listening, I'm just going to tell you it's not an age thing for me. It's an experience thing for me. You want to be experienced? You want to go through things and live through them and explain them to me? I'll listen to you. Just live it. That's it. That's all I'm asking. So this is going to be something that just came through my feed, by the way. You guys just sent this to me right now. But I want to go here. This is Peruvian Bull. And this kid right here is trying to tell people the next move, right? So he went onto a podcast, and the podcast is called Walker America. And this is where they posted. They posted on a Bitcoin podcast, on an email, Substack, go ahead and get delivered, Apple, Rumble, Spotify, YouTube, and Fountain. Okay? This is the podcast, but here's the snippet that's going around the internet right now. I want you to see it, okay? I want you to hear it and see it for yourself.
At $4.6 billion, if they dump that into Bitcoin, that gives them like a little over 55,000 Bitcoin. If GameStop did this puts them at the number 2 spot for corporate holders of Bitcoin. Like MicroStrategy is obviously almost there, just like about to touch 500,000 coins. But the next one down, Mara, GameStop would literally be 10,000 ahead of them. Then they'd be light years ahead of Riot. I think it's amazing that Tesla is still actually pretty high up there. All these other Bitcoin miners, I mean, they'd literally have over 5x the number of Bitcoin that Coinbase has, which is like a whole nother wild thing that it's crazy Coinbase has so little Bitcoin, but we'll save that for a different day. But like, that's kind of wild if you think about it. That's a massively meaningful amount of coins that they'd be able to accumulate like that, and with cash that is already sitting there. That's a pretty incredible strategic move to be able to make yourself the number 2 corporate holder of Bitcoin in the world.
Yeah, and think about this. It would unite the two of the largest retail investor bases in the world, or probably the 2 biggest, because you have the MicroStrategy bros who I've seen on Twitter, they've shit on GameStop, and I understand if you're not in the space and you still think the 2020 thesis is valid, yes, you think GameStop is a dying company. Now it's not dying, it's no longer on life support, but it's like, okay, they're only making like 30 million a quarter, they no longer have debt, but there's no more growth thesis, right? There's no more, it's like, what can they do with that much money, right? And people said they can buy a company. I'm like, well, if you can show me a company that has a better return than Bitcoin, then sure, but I don't see one. And so it just makes sense that much capital should be funneled towards a hard asset that will keep pace or even outperform inflation, as we're seeing, inflation start to pick up in the last few months. It's the perfect hedge, the perfect combination.
So it's the perfect hedge. It's the perfect combination. This kid is completely clueless, but it's fine. To say all these hot words, right? Hyperbole, like it's great, it's awesome, look at what it could do. No, it doesn't work that way for me. Initially, when people were telling me GameStop was going to partner up with PSA, I was like, what? PSA? I don't know. I'm not a fan of it, and I listed my reasons why. But when you found out how the partnership actually went and how it happened, and who really is in charge, and how Nat Turner is a quality guy, and that business model can work if it does X, Y, and Z. And the way GameStop implemented it, it's not about having ideas, it's how you execute them. And they have the best execution of any company I've seen in a long time. So certainly for that PSA partnership, maybe not so much for the NFT marketplace where it was trial and error and people want to clam on to the things that happened 2 to 3 years ago. It's fine. I'm not away from it. I want to talk to you guys about Bitcoin because, yes, there is a theory that Ryan Cohen started buying into Bitcoin in November, right after the earnings call, and I'll show the volume, I'll show the charts, I'll show you everything. But I was on the podcast with The Gist. I was on The Gist and with Chatter, and they asked me how I felt about it. I said, well, 97% of wallets, that the institutions hold all the Bitcoin, not people. And if you were listening right there, they said, "Oh, Coinbase only has 9.7 billion dollars, or 9 point, I don't even know what he said, 970,000 coins, or not even that many coins, whatever it said on Bitcoin on Coinbase." And it was like, yeah, they don't have that much Bitcoin because people don't buy Bitcoin. Like, it's so hard for people to understand, but I had to go get the stats for you guys because I'm tired of defending this idea that yes, Ryan could have bought into Bitcoin, and yes, there could be a return, and those returns have taxes, right? Like, you have to know how much you're actually getting back for your dollar. Like, when people say, well, it's the best hedge right now, like, you could buy it for 100,000, and where's it going to go? Is it going to outpace inflation? Is it going to you know what I take into consideration? That Warren Buffett has zero. Warren Buffett has $350 billion waiting for what? To buy companies. You know, Ryan Cohen and Larry Chang and Alan Adel and Michael Day and the rest of the board of directors, Jim Gruby, you know, these people have experience in running companies, .com companies, e-commerce, fulfillment centers, logistics, like the whole thing. This is what they do. And if you want to open yourself up to the black hole that is Bitcoin, it's the biggest farce I've ever seen in my life. Like, I tell people and they don't listen. But hopefully we can show some reality to these numbers. Here's the first number. In total, approximately 460 million Bitcoin wallets have been created. 460 million. However, 90% of these wallets are inactive or hold minimal value. In fact, less than half, 21.5 million, with any value are worth more than $100. And around 1 in 4 Bitcoin wallets hold a value of more than 1,000. So 22%. If you look at this chart here, and it actually breaks it down for you, and this is because you know how many are held because of the addresses, you will see the bottom half of this chart is 1.5%. Less than. This is barely over 1.5%. Do you know what it represents? Bitcoin has a $2 trillion market cap, and at most, all of the other accounts, all of them, I don't care, you gather them all up, they're probably worth $100 billion. 95% of Bitcoin is held by 1.5% of the holders. Like, I'm not joking on this number. So when they're telling you institutions versus companies, these guys say, publicly, you know, they're going to have the second largest holding of any publicly traded company. Yeah, who cares? Of any company. It doesn't matter. The individuals that hold this damn thing, like, do you know there's a BlackRock ETF that holds 500,000 Bitcoin? Like, they literally have it all, guys. They've had it all. They've had it all, and then they developed this idea that you were going to go ahead and buy it. Well, show me where Robinhood is. Show me where Webull. Show me where Coinbase. Show me where any of these exchanges hold enough Bitcoin that the American public warrant to have it. They tell you things in headlines because, like they said, oh, we should DRS our shares. Oh, we should sue for market manipulation. You know, matter of fact, we should go ahead and put we should pay out a dividend on an ETF, on a blockchain. That's what we should do. NFT, I'm so sorry, not ETF, but an NFT. We should put on a blockchain. Like, do you guys remember all of these ideas? What about just running a better business? What about just investing into yourself, i.e., I'm going to build up my infrastructure, I'm going to build a moat around me, I'm going to make profits and margins on everything around me. You want to talk about growth there? A Peruvian bull, the kid who doesn't know how to run a business. You're going to tell me GameStop only makes $30 million a quarter? On interest alone, they make over $50 million. 50. Now we'll talk about what they actually do at the till, where they're constantly improving their business margins. But beyond the margins, the gross margins, I want to know why you feel you need to do something. Like, what is it that you kids out here in the investment world don't understand? Interest rates are high. There's uncertainty in the economy and the markets. I'm going to show you another metric that you want to measure this world on, okay? I'm going to go to here. This is the CAPE ratio, Shiller-CAPE ratio. This actual whole diagram right here that you see, this little bar chart, is going to be about how trends on earnings dictate where the market goes. And when you look at this is in a 10-year window, guys, they take into consideration earnings for a whole decade. This way you can factor in inflation and these downturns on the economy, i.e. macroeconomics. Go ahead and look at it. Do you see the peaks? This peak right here in the middle of the chart, that's going to be the Great Depression all the way to the ground. Then you'll have 1966, and then it jumps all the way back down. Then you have the dot-com bubble, and people don't understand, well, what about the housing financial crisis? Where's the peak of that when it fell down? Oh, you didn't know that when it fell all the way down from the dot-com bubble, we only got to about halfway up off the ground, and we dropped all the way like a rock, because that's the true drop. This is the dot-com bubble. From top tier down to the GFC, right here, Great Financial Crisis. Now we jump all the way up, all the way to the sky, right here. This is the sky. And that little drop right here, guys, that's the pandemic. Go all the way back up because we bought it back, come back down. That's 2022 when we should have had a recession. Now we're back up again. These are the ratios. 97%. Listen, I want to tell you guys, 97% of investors are overpaying for their profits right now. There are long-term holders. They have been holding on to this stock forever. The blue line tells you everything. Do you see the dotted blue line in here, this middle? That's going to be that's going to be 17 is what you're looking for on an earnings ratio. That's what you're looking for on this market. You know, companies that are established, that P ratio is 24, 22, and you're like, you know what, those are blue chips. No, they've been around forever. They find true value. And occasionally on a I guess a blast to the moon, you find companies extremely leveraged, so far unattached, and Wall Street does not care. They will just keep pumping because they're getting bonuses, they're cashing out, all the executives are selling. Insiders of every company that I'm looking at, insiders are selling large portions of the portfolio. The most outflow I've ever seen from insiders itself. I wish I had that stat for you, that chart. I can go get it too, and I will. And I'll tell you right now, you guys want to play in the world of Bitcoin? You want to play in the world of, hey, we can manipulate your value instantly? Go look at this right here. This is how you buy Bitcoin. I'm going to explain something to you, okay? This is going to be the cup and handle, and then the step out. So if the handle was here, then you go ahead and look at this, and you go to the daily. Before you had this explosion up from 60, 65, 67,000, you saw it right here on the 5th, 3 days after GameStop's earnings. Then you go up and you go all the way to the 11th. Don't worry, it was a holiday on the market, massive amounts of volume into Bitcoin, price goes all the way up. It just keeps going up and up and up. And if we're taking it out of it, if we're pumping it out of it, they're just, guys, who buys Bitcoin to sell it? And then buys it again to sell it. I just showed you that 97%, 95% at max is owned by them, not you. By the financial institutions that actually hold it. You want to talk about individual holders? Something like the Winklevoss twins? Yeah, everybody has tons of Bitcoin. People, institutions, that's what they are. But you think your little company's going to go and we're going to drop $4 billion because you're on a podcast, Peruvian Bull? Tell me, I think it's a good, viable idea. No, it's not. You want to lose some money? Go put it somewhere where you don't have control of it. Go do that. I'd rather sit on the cash and wait for it to come my way. The whole market. It's going to come flooded to you. If you take your time, you know, I said this in a TikTok video. Maybe you guys didn't get to see it because, my TikTok videos I don't post on YouTube. And I'm sorry for not reading the chat, guys. I'm just in my zone right now. But if you guys think that the phrasing that they put to me on one of the comments was like, time in the market is better than timing the market. And I was like, okay, Warren Buffett, maybe you don't understand what that means. But you can absolutely time the market. Put your time into it and you'll be able to time the market. Oh, you don't think so? Warren Buffett even gave that quote. And yet he's timing the market right now. He sold everything. He sold every ETF that trades, every index that trades off the SPY. He sold. He doesn't have any SPY holdings. What does that mean? That he doesn't believe in the U.S. economy? No. He believes that it's too expensive to buy. What's the upside of 6,000 point SPX? No. I'm going to tell you, I've been looking at stocks forever, right? So when I go look at a stock like Apple and it's 240, why the hell would I buy it? When's it going to get to 480? Peruvian Bull, when is Bitcoin going to get to 200,000, 210,000, 220,000? I want a 100% increase. Is that too much? Oh, no, we just want 10%, right? Well, then I can put my money anywhere, and I'm going to get 10%. I can put my money anywhere. Stevie Wonder could pick a stock, and he could make back 10%. I made back 70 to 80 to 90% last year on my investments. Straight up. I don't need to go chase Bitcoin or the idea of doing that when everyone already... Where am I going to get it? What do you think the price discovery is when I'm putting in these huge... You think MicroStrategies, because they're going in there and they're dropping billions of dollars, you think that's a business model? Is that what you think? Okay. I'll play that game. I'm not good at this stuff, but if I go to MicroStrategies right here and I look at MicroStrategies market cap, MicroStrategies was at a 543 a share. And we're talking about 4 months ago. They were at 543 a share. They're now at 255. Bitcoin is up 100% from when their stock price was 543. How does Bitcoin go up 100% and yet MicroStrategies comes down 50%? That's what you want to do? You want to generate... You know what, guys? I've been in this rinse and repeat cycle of crypto in these conversations. But I'm going to tell you guys, today, Donald J. Trump violated everything that is right or wrong with the SEC. Donald J. Trump comes out with a tweet and he says, guys, we're going to create this crypto reserve and it's going to contain Solana, XRP, and ADA, Cardano. Let me tell you guys something, okay? You can include anything you want, but those coins are pumping right now. What are we doing? What are we doing? There's some information being passed around, guys. You guys can do whatever you want. You guys want to play in the world of the Wild Wild West, the 24-hour casino? Go for it. I don't know what GameStop's doing with their money other than making more, other than running a great business. But I'm tired of people going around on the internet with an itch to scratch. Keep your money where it's at. Put it in the bank and go from there. The partnership with PSA didn't cost GameStop a dime. It created more. Bitcoin, albeit a frenzy, they named GameStop could be buying into Bitcoin. They put that out a week after everyone else put out that idea. And what happened? They pumped the stock and they took it from you. For all you day traders, all you guys who write covered calls, all you guys just falling out flat on your face with this shit. And all you got to do is just average up, average down, DCA all day. That's all you got to do. It's a very simple plan for me. But maybe you guys want to get your feet wet. I don't know. When I look at the stats, I know exactly what I'm doing. Anyway, I'll read the chat. I'll get with you guys right now. I'm going to open up the phone lines. Dealing with little man Tate, little man that could. Mr. President Zelensky, how you doing, bro? This guy's a villain, and he's trying to use NATO, the leverage of NATO, of being a member of NATO. I'm just telling you now. It's my opinion, the way I see it, and everyone can go with them. And I don't care if you're Macron, if you're Tusk, Trudeau, Starmer, Is that his name? Starmer? I don't care what your name is. You guys can all go hang out with them. And I hope the European colonies and continents and countries can protect them. But I'm happy that the United States dollars are not going that way. He went ahead and borrowed $2.6 billion on credit from the UK. Dummies, don't give him money. This guy came over here, we left empty-handed. He's very disrespectful. And, not wearing a suit is half my damn problem. But just not understanding the temperature in the room when you walk in. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. But telling me that the U.S. military is going to fill it soon, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, kid. I don't know what you're talking about. Now, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, maybe you live under a rock. Yeah. Zelensky's ready to sign deals now, isn't he? He's ready to sign the minerals deals now. I bet you he's coming to the table with his hat in his hand. He asked for U.S. troops on the ground. You're crazy. You're crazy. And if you stand with Ukraine, then please go and take your children and put them on the front line. Because that's what they're doing with their children. Drafting them. No volunteer army here. That's not how it works. Not in Ukraine. And I'll say it. How could you not stand with America? How could you wave a blue and yellow flag? I'm telling you right now, miss me with the bullshit. It's red, white, and blue or nothing. That's it. I don't care who's the president. When I was in the military, I served under president. Guess what I do? I will follow orders, and that's what I'll do. I have no problem doing it. Because somebody has to sacrifice so you kids can sit here and be Twitter fingers and go at it on Reddit. Nope. Do what's asked of you, great. And all within means, right? As long as it's not illegal, I'm okay with it. We make decisions in this world. And this kid over here, this wannabe tough guy, this actor, this dancer, missed me with the bullshit. Suspended elections in Ukraine this year. Suspended elections. Took over all the news stations. Blocked and banned anything against him and his opposition. They're arresting other people. They're arresting media members. The 10 Commandments don't even matter, nor do the 10 Bill of Rights even matter to this guy. They don't function the way a free and governed country should. But for you to walk over here and disrespect the house that gives you the strength and the position to be a bully or think you're tough, you know what it's like? It's like, and this is for Americans that talk shit about Trump or that support Ukraine. It's like talking shit to your mom and dad and you live in their house. That's what it's like for me when I see this kid. Furthermore, if he's really that tough and it's like saying, you know what, man, I'll kick your ass. And then you call your big brother because you know you couldn't do shit. That's what it's like for me. And I'm never going to let it go, guys. I have very strong political beliefs in this world and the way it runs because I've been in free countries. I've been in great environments. And I'm not in one right now. I'm in a situation where, yes, Department of Government Efficiency is finding all this money across the board. Wasted money. We know that. When you think about the left, you think about liberalism and hugging trees, I want you to think about programs. I want you to think about prison reform. They don't even call it a prison. They say this is a reform facility. Like, that's what they do. That's what that whole thing, it's just a money laundering scheme for the world. You know what Republicans do? They make themselves rich. And they keep staying rich and they stay fat, whatever. I don't care. Everyone has their own agenda. Everyone has a piece. But I'll tell you what I have. I have a strong belief in protecting women and children. I have a strong belief in protecting your rights to complain and bitch and moan. I have a big belief in that. So much that I've dedicated my life to it, to defending it. And you know what? It's not going to change as I get older. I'm just going to keep doing the same thing. I'm going to get on the mic, and I'm going to tell people exactly how I feel about it, and I'll explain it to you the way I feel. Maybe you feel the same way. Maybe you don't. Guess what? You have that ability. You have that ability not to agree with me because we gave it to you. Don't ever forget that shit. I'll let you grow up somewhere else, and then you'll remember what it is. Anyway, how are we doing? How are we doing? Are we doing good today? It's a Sunday, and I'm feeling blessed. I love it. It's Sharon's birthday, guys. Happy birthday to Sharon and Amber. But happy birthday to Sharon. She's doing great. I'm going to get into this live chat channel here. I'm going to invite anyone to the chat who wants to come over and hang out and talk about whatever they want to talk about. You guys know I'll give you a good little 3 minutes. But here you go. Click the link to join the show. Hey, and I'm telling you right now, everyone's invited. And yes, miss me with all the nonsense, okay? I'm around. Pin the message to the chat. There you go. And here's the other thing. In this chat channel, in this room, there is not free speech. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. You guys got to be respectful. That's all I ask. Respectful to the craft, respectful to the channel, respectful to my provider. You know, my provider on this one is going to be YouTube. These guys, Google, pays me to be here, and I'm okay with it as long as we don't violate the rules, right? All right, so let's go check out what this is. I don't know what this is. Let's go look at it.
I think this just might be my masterpiece.
Tinfoil disclaimer.
GME tinfoil speculation falls into two main categories: market dynamics and fundamentals. The dual side of tinfoil is not sticks, so the shinier the better.
You've just crossed over into the
Tinfoil.
zone.
It's been 4 years since the GameStop sneeze, and we still have doubts. Does Ryan Cohen and team have a plan?
Do you really think he's been doing nothing, or that GameStop hasn't been strategizing, testing some things here and there, and how to move forward? I think that's pretty ridiculous.
Was it all luck, or was it just the beginning? Because if you think GameStop just got lucky, you might not be paying attention. I personally think something massive and unresolved is going on behind the scenes, otherwise we would have never seen Roaring Kitty ever again. GameStop could turn into a Web3 e-commerce juggernaut, a juggernaut that weaponizes Bitcoin against Wall Street's corruption. And this theory doesn't just defeat shorts, it forces them to self-destruct. Did shorts fully close, or did they just move offshore hiding derivatives and swaps, waiting for retail to give up? This is the GameStop 2.0 theory, a better tomorrow. But it is just a theory. It's pure fun, pure speculation, no financial advice, and you had to cross over into the tinfoil zone to keep listening and keep watching, so don't forget.
This is the shit. I have a problem with this already. No, Superstock. No. I'm not doing it. This is the post that you guys allowed to be put up on Superstock, upvote it, put it everywhere. A no-name person with a brand new thing, and it says magnificent shit. I mean, what is this? And the GameStop phenomenon. And now it's going to be NFT bullshit that you guys want. No. You had 170 views before you ever posted this video, and now it's up on Superstock. The Superstock cut. Nope. No. Wu-Tang theory, all this shit, fuck you. Nope. Not even 10 seconds. I won't do it. You know why? Guys, why I'm like this about it? Because I protect everyone. I gotta protect everyone. And maybe you don't know what I'm doing, but I have no choice. The Nintendo Wii's coming out cool. I was reading all this stuff. What was it? Nintendo Wii expected to be... What was it? What was the headline on this one that I had? It was supposed to be something at the top. Warren Buffett. Oh, this thing just keeps giving me more. Nah, I had that article from a long time ago. Okay, anyway. Yeah, nah, I'm good, guys. I know you guys probably want me to watch that whole video, and maybe it gets good somewhere in there. Nope. No, because I posted videos on Superstock, okay? And I challenge the mods from Superstock, which have reached out to me plenty of times, said, Marantz, if there's anything we can do to partner up, hang out, whatever. I said no. Because the way they go about it is bullshit. Complete bullshit. They have all these rules about how you can post and who they want. And then they tell you, well, you have a platform, but no, you can't do it. No, you're over 1,000 followers, and they pay you. YouTube pays you for views, and I'm just like, what? Then what the fuck are you guys doing? Tell me. Tell me what's the point of platinum. I don't understand it. I could type up this whole connect the dots idea and theory and prove it. But guess how I'm going to prove it? With the videos I made. All the artwork and all the time that I put in. No, it's not free to you. It's free to the people that want to watch it. But you bitches, man, I'm telling you, man. I hate it. I hate the double standard. Marantz says, I really appreciate your view on GameStop, life, and finance. But what you said about Ukraine and Zelensky, you could do better. Arvind, let me tell you something, brother. Okay? It's not that I could do better. You don't have a clue as to the whole story. You need to stop following mainstream media. You need to live it. You need to eat, sleep, and breathe it. While you're sleeping, Arvind, I am the one studying everything in the world. I guarantee you, you're not in the world that I'm in. If you think Zelensky's good, he's a good guy, you're completely wrong. Do you know what they did to Ukraine? Because I'll sit here and I'll tell you. For the last 10 years, Ukraine, as far as being a divided country, and if you speak Russian, what do? Do you know what they did to their own people? And why Russia came in and invaded? Do you even know why they occupied? You got to do better. And I'm not saying Putin's a good guy. That's not what I'm saying. You just have to be severely educated on this. No way, man. No way. Guys, I'm telling you now, if it would be like, it'd be like America, like going in and just putting all Mexicans in one spot and saying, you know what, Mexicans, you can't walk this far. You can't come this far. And if you do, we're going to kill you because you speak Spanish. And Mexico goes, well, shit, those are our people. We'll go get them. Half of Ukraine speaks Russian. And you're going to ban Russian being spoken? Like I don't even think they even understand what I'm saying. You had to have been watching this forever. Zelensky, the plant? Explain the suspended elections. Explain it. Oh, because we're at war? I've seen videos of beach clubs. They're at war? There's parties going on. Celebrities are visiting. Have you ever been to war? Arvin, I ask you, you ever been to war? You know who's not coming? You know who doesn't show up to the LZ, the battle zone? Nothing, right? You got a camp set up, GP mediums everywhere. People just living on a ruck and a cot. What, you think some celebrity, Angelina Jolie's going to walk in for $20 billion to take a picture? Sean Penn's going to show up? Jean-Claude Van Damme's going to come kick down trees? That's what you think war is? Or is it just some photo shoot for more billions and billions and billions of dollars? You know, when Iraq was invading Kuwait, that war was over in a day. I swear to you, in a day. You know why? American troops showed up, front the line. We put fucking tankers in the Red Sea and the Mediterranean, and we're like, what do you want to do now? What are you going to do, Saddam? That's how it went down. We took up positions in Qatar. Surplus, if I even tell you, I'm not allowed to tell you. God damn, it's different. Oh, whatever. We did some shit where we were strategically set up in the Middle East to succeed and create influence. What the fuck do you think they're doing? You tell me what they're doing. Joe Biden's little baby is getting millions of dollars. Joe Biden himself, who else is getting kickbacks? From all the money that taxpayers are sending to Ukraine. Are you kidding me? You can do better? Then what? Then what? I've got homeless veterans here in America. I've got disabled veterans. My oldest brother had his Humvee blown up in fucking Iraq. He had a plate put in his head. What do you think? What do you think he's got? You think he's on the gravy train? You think he's just making money? Or is he at VA with some bullshit doctors in a waiting line? Reason why I don't use any VA benefits. I don't use anything from them out of principle, so someone else can use it. I get my own benefits. You don't know the belief I have. You don't know the stance I have. You're not the American I will ever be versus whatever country you're from, Arvind. But educate yourself. Please. The hatred for Trump is the support for Ukraine. People would rather support Ukraine because they hate Trump. Do you understand this? It's the optics. It's just like GameStop. They would rather hate GameStop because we hate meme stocks and not understanding that it's not even a meme stock. It never was. It never was. Marantz, you can't tell. Remember, you're a former Fed. You know, I can't tell you like everything my brothers and my sisters do, everything we've all done while we were serving, because none of us talk about it. None of us. When we get together, we talk about family, we talk about sports, we talk about the kids. We don't talk about overseas. We don't talk about the military. Everyone just says, oh, yeah, we all know what we did. We all know how it went down. But to hear people that would never swear in, would never stand there and follow orders. They don't even know how to give orders or take them. And then hear them speak like, we owe this Zelensky. We got to help the people of Ukraine. Who the fuck are the people of Ukraine? Why aren't they helping themselves out? I know some really good boxers who have millions of dollars. Are they doing any reform? Are they walking to the front line? No? During the Vietnam War, there was this one boxer by the name of Muhammad Ali, Cassius Clay. Muhammad Ali said, if you set goals, don't be afraid to make new ones once you reach them. Muhammad Ali didn't have security. He didn't need an escort. He was loved by the people. Let you put a celebrity in front of people and they're going to be scared for their lives. Not Muhammad Ali. And he walked to the battle lines. He walked to the front line. He told the government, I'm not going to that senseless war. And I'm not saying he's correct on following orders. I'm telling you, when you're in that point, you have that stance, that influence, use it. I haven't seen anyone in Ukraine use it. No one. No one in America. Other than the celebrities fighting it out for what? For more clicks and views or for a bigger contract? How in the hell does Angelina Jolie get $20 million from USAID to go to Ukraine to take a picture and come back? How does Sean Penn get paid? How do they all get paid? Whose idea? Oh, I got a great idea. Do something for free. Try it. Anyway. Are we done, Arvind? Did we lose you forever? You've been a member of this channel for 2 years. And the thing you're going to find out is that Donald J. Trump is the greatest president that's ever walked this planet. Sorry to tell it to you guys. He cares about America. America first. And yeah, he wants peace. And he doesn't care what it takes. He's going to do it. Let's get some peace going. People just, you know what? Just say you're sorry. Just wake up one day and have forgiveness in your heart and say you're sorry. What's the point of carrying on that hate? What's the point of living in a dark world? I learned this from my brother, my oldest brother. My oldest brother is gay. Not a problem for me, never has been. I love this man till the day I die. He's my oldest brother. But could you imagine being him till he's 33 years old and coming out to the folks and saying, you know what, now I just want to tell you guys something. 33 years, bro? You couldn't tell your friends or your family. You didn't want to. I learned so much about myself. I learned so much about him. It opened up my eyes to everything. Like, wow. Because could you imagine having twin brothers who are like these men's men? Like, so much testosterone in the room between Rico and I and my dad. And then it's like, hey, yo, you got a brother over here who's what? Any lesser? No. He's just not as competitive. Not to be in that realm, to be competitive for the things that we do. He's competitive for what he does. What does he do? He's got 3 teaching degrees. He's a damn school teacher. Went to the military, served his country. He plays video games. That's it. That's what my bro does. When I say, shit, I want that life. He just doesn't have children. He adopted 2 children. Yeah, 3 children. He adopted 3 children. And you go, well, gay couples shouldn't adopt children. Are you sure? Are you sure? Do you have that stance too? Because I'll give you the scenario. His husband's sister's a drug addict. She has 3 kids that she abandoned. What did my brother do? He took them in, made sure they graduated high school. All 3 of them. Assets to society. What, am I frowning upon him? Because he has a different lifestyle choice? Nah, he raised some damn kids, man, that weren't his own, and he did it right. There's just so much out there that people throw blanket shit over and say, well, this isn't good or this is bad. Live life, man. Take in the experiences. That's all I'm telling you guys. Let GameStop be your first one. In the chat right now, I've got a crew in here. I've got Aaron. Aaron, I'm going to put you on the channel right now, Aaron, and we're going to go for it, okay? So give me a second. Aaron's dialed in. Aaron's got headphones, a microphone, and a backdrop. Aaron's the real deal here. And let's see what we got. Let's see where we can do it. Aaron, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the channel. Welcome back to Marantz Rantz. What's going on, brother?
Hey, how's it going, Marantz? How are you doing?
I'm outstanding. You know, I got to commend you for not speaking while I was going crazy. But I'm good, man. I just got to let it out. So anyway, what's going on? What's on your heart? What's on your mind? Let it rock.
Oh, I don't have anything to comment on the political situation, but I do have something that's on my heart for GameStop, obviously.
Let's do it.
I have a couple things. First and foremost, earlier this week, there was a money manager and the asset manager, and he wrote a very nice letter, if you recall, to Ryan Cohen and the board of directors, saying, putting forth, hey, you know, we have some cash in ETFs, and our clients hold GameStop shares through ETFs, and because of this, you know, we would love to see, you know, GameStop invest in Bitcoin as a strategic reserve, yada yada yada. Everything sets my tingles off, right? Like everything makes me suspicious. So when I saw this guy writing his thing, first thing I did was I looked him up. I go to his fund and I'm like, oh, okay, so this is let me check your asset holdings. So I go click on their asset holdings and I go to their ETFs page, and they have about like 10 ETFs. I downloaded the Excel files for all of them straight from their website, and I looked up everyone, and I could only find 2. There was the mid cap and the, I think it was 1,000.
Yeah, Russell 1000
ETFs. Yeah, and there were only 2, and but I went through every single one of these 10 Excel spreadsheets that they have all listed on their asset management page, and I looked at them and I said, well, how many shares of GameStop does your investment firm hold? Does your asset management group? They hold like 2,200 shares. Now I'm just a little minnow here. I own somewhere, I don't know exactly, somewhere between like 50 and 52.
Yeah, 51 shares.
Let me tell you, I felt insulted that these guys, yeah, exactly. I felt insulted that this guy had the audacity to write a letter to the board of directors, because if I own 51 and you own 51 and a bunch of other people from the channel own 51, I'm pretty sure we own collectively more than he does. In fact, there may even be some whales swimming in here, if you know what I mean, that own more than, I mean, it's such a small position size. And to insinuate to Ryan, like, hey, this is what you should do with your cash because we have 100 grand in assets under management of GameStop shares and assets under management, I was furious.
I can tell you this.
So
I know, like Almo Nestor, my boy on my channel, he has more than that. You have Jay. I think Jay has like 110,000 shares. Like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? We have more on this channel than anyone could ever imagine. Even if we did 51 shares a person, that already is going to put you in the realm.
Yeah.
You know, we're going to be close to 510,000. We're way up there. It's not even close. It's so bigger than what people want to imagine. But I will say this to you: I'm familiar with the asset, with the group. It's the Strive Management. It was Strive, right?
Yep.
And I know what they're doing. And it's what a lot of people are doing right now. They're pumping out this misdirection where, like, hey, we want you to do this. We want you. And I already told you, man, if you would have did it 2 weeks ago when that letter came out, Bitcoin dumped down an additional 10% the minute the letter drops. And people just suck out liquidity, pump it back up right now, right before the market opens. I just want to know why it's so volatile, why it gets sucked in and out when it's supposed to be the number one asset in the world and everybody wants to have it. It's just not that. It's a tool being used right now. So you know that since the new year, these first 2 months of administration, you have SPY come from 613, 612, 611, all the way down to 580. You're at 570, and you're looking at, what is that? You're almost at 10% down already, and it's going to be glorious because people don't see the top getting cut off. But all the real big timers, they already sold out. You know, Warren Buffett already got the hell out of Dodge. So if Warren Buffett's out of the SPY, what do you think you should be? That's all I'm saying.
I do have one other thing I want to talk about briefly, which is the tinfoil, if you will. And, I think most of us were probably on Superstock at some point or another, if not posting. Certainly I was a lurker. And I thought that there were initially, I think there was some really good information. Out of it wrote, I think you had talked to him on the channel many years ago, but Austin, he wrote some pretty good due diligence. There were people who wrote good due diligence, things that really kind of opened certainly my eyes up to the inner workings of the market, if you will, and how leverage works, options, and we just take what we can from everybody. But there was a time where, oh my gosh, it was going to be NFTs and it was going to be glorious, and the potential of forcing shorts to close through some kind of NFT or digital dividend that could not be hypothetic. I'm saying it wrong, but you know what I mean. Hypothecated. Yeah, there we go.
You're good.
And it was just, it was cool. It was a great idea. And at some point, none of those things materialized. A lot of those people, kept drifting more and more down the tinfoil rabbit hole, and I think that's ultimately where the people who went down the Bed Bath Beyond, oh, we got to follow everything Ryan Cohen does, and Ryan Cohen's somebody if somebody is somebody related, and they're in they know about like NFTs and Bitcoin, and they know Matt Feinstein and blah 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 blah. Like there was a bunch of stuff, and none of that stuff materialized. And I think people who were addicted on that and are addicted on the conspiracy side of it, are always looking for a deeper meaning. It really speaks to them in a way that, oh my gosh, this is going to be it. This is going to be the spark. This is going to be the trigger to NOAS, which is great. If something like that happens, I'll be thrilled. I wouldn't lie and say I would be thrilled. But, man, I think you said it earlier on the stream. Can't we just run a good company?
Yeah. I'm gonna enlighten someone right now because I was reading the chat. There's a comment here from Derek. Derek says, I'm saying GameStop isn't growing nor making any money from business operations other than the swing to net income from interest earned. So why not try and grow through Bitcoin treasury holdings? Okay. So I'm going to explain this the best way I can, Derek, and maybe you'll listen. The first thing is this: GameStop is growing. Okay, I just want to put that out there for a lot of people. If they don't understand the transition, closing down stores doesn't mean that you're not growing. GameStop has new avenues of revenue, and therefore they're growing their catalog. Right? They're actually growing their SKU counts. In addition to growing, profit margin matters. Margins on profit matter more than top line revenue. And the reason why is because as you scale and you grow, you'll understand just how to make profit off those numbers. I could sell $10 billion worth of product. It would not matter if I'm not making the margins I need to survive and or to create more business. That's the first thing. Second thing, swing net income is very huge, but it's not just solely based off of interest. Combined interest, it's forever growing. That's why your 401k continues to go up as you keep putting money into it. As the interest combines over time, you essentially will be making mass amounts of profit, more than you would when you first start. But you got to start somewhere. And why not grow it through Bitcoin treasury holdings? Well, discipline-wise, tell me who's the CEO of Bitcoin, and tell me who's going to manage it. When you're buying U.S. treasuries, you're buying it because it's backed by the U.S. government, and you say, the Fed knows what they're doing. And what if they didn't? Would you do business at a bank that you didn't know who was actually in charge of the bank and who's actually giving you the money, this handout? This is why people invest money with people. Okay, I'm just letting you guys know this. Even gold, even God's money, gold and silver. You better hope that those reserves in Fort Knox are not empty. If they are empty, well then shit. What's going to happen to Bitcoin and everything else when gold's essential and gold's everything again? It's even more rare than you think. Here's what happens though. Okay, Derek, you said another part, Derek, that I just read, and it said, let me see, because somebody blocked it out. I got to see where it's at. Derek said something, because it was triggering my brain right now as you were talking. It said, why not grow through Bitcoin? Well, and I'll tell you why in a minute. Oh, yeah, you said, here's what you said. You said GameStop's operating at a loss. If there's no catalyst, then what's the point? Will GameStop ever have quarterly operating profit again from operations before interest and income? Okay, let's just establish this right now. GameStop already had an operating profit in quarter 4 of last year. GameStop is a cyclical business, meaning it's seasonality. You are destined to make money in quarter 4 like most retail companies. Most retail companies make money only in quarter 4 because it is Christmas, Black Friday, whatever. Everyone positions for that time. Would you not be in business in a flower shop year round, but you only make your money on Valentine's? No, you're going to find your ways to make money on every month, whatever you can do. You'll find a release for a video game. The difference between GameStop, what they're learning, is that you have to capitalize on the debut of everything. Gamers want it now, and they want it today, and that's it, and the release, and they get it the release, right? They're not trying to buy that same game a year later. Same thing with cards. Cards get released. People are trying to buy them right when they get released because they want to be the first ones to market with something. They want to send it out to PSA to get it graded right away, and they can be the first ones to eBay with it so they could sell it. That's just the way it's been. This is why you have cards that are graded and not, and this is why you have games that are debuted and then you're selling them for discounts later. So what does GameStop do to combat all of this? Rather than just throwing money at the problem and max out on inventory, they ask you, go ahead and pre-order your video games. Pre-order your video games so they know how many they have to buy, and then that gives you a market. If you really want the game, you're going to pre-order it. If you're not, and you're going to wait to see it on the shelf, then you might not see it. Then you might just have to go to GameStop and order it again. It looks like GameStop is controlling their margins, controlling the profit they're making by not overspending, which is a great thing in a business model. You have to discipline the shopper. They have to adopt your shopping patterns so that you can shop as well. Remember, when you run a business, guys, you have buyers. Buyers buy product. They buy product by region, by demo, and in our case, it would be RPGs, FPSs, MMOs. You have all these categories that you buy video games in, and you have to learn how those shoppers shop. That's one thing. Another thing is Pokemon. Pokemon is going to get people to the store, indoor. PSA going to get people to the store, indoor. So is GameStop going to make a profit this quarter? Absolutely. And is it going to be operating profit? Absolutely. It always is. They've made a profit operationally plenty of times. It's can you sustain that profit fiscally, the whole fiscal year, the trailing 12. And GameStop's done that now. So now you're going to have 2 years, Sherlock, 2 years of GameStop having earnings that are in the net profit position. And yes, interest matters. But if you don't know the business of finance, then don't come to me talking about how can GameStop do it operationally. The whole damn company that you invest in is the company. What they do outside of the store matters just as much as what they do inside the store. That's why you invest. That's why you believe. That's why you support it. Do you get it yet? Are you buying a video game company that just sells shit at the till? Or are you buying the video game company that's able to raise capital, make the right decisions when it's time, and sit on $5 billion when the market's crumbling, and be like, you know what? Ryan Cohen is the guy I want to invest with. There's 2 types of investors right now. There's people who are investing for the Roaring Kitty pump, and then there's guys who are investing with Ryan Cohen because he's a genius. You see Roaring Kitty? He's investing because Ryan Cohen's a genius. So either you do it because Roaring Kitty's doing it for this guy, or you're going to be investing for this guy. You're going to be like, you know what? I just want the MOAS. That's what I'm waiting for. You have those options. I'm waiting on you. I'm good, Aaron. Envoy's in the chat. Envoy, how you doing? You there?
I'm here, Marantz. Hello.
I'm doing well. What's going on, brother? Tell me how you feel. Let's go. What's on your heart? What's on your mind?
Just posted something in the GME part of your Discord. How Sultan Al-Madid just posted rare cards as asset class. Hashtag GameStop, hashtag PSA cards. So I thought that was very interesting. Like the Sultan who met up with Ryan Cohen, with the Rothschilds, with the FIFA.
Yeah, I'm with you. And, I'm tracking.
Yeah, I don't have to. Good.
Yeah, so that's good.
But I think we're slowly coming into the elite club and in the bread and games.
I think this is actually a use case for NFTs, for what it's worth. Have an NFT, have it go through PSA grading, assign an NFT, link to a digital asset on GameStop's blockchain, and have that be a digital certificate of authentication. I think that's a fantastic, and tie it all together on an asset traded security through that the Sultan has as a bundle. Now that's tinfoil, and I'll take it. And if it doesn't happen, guess what? My underlying thesis or the turnaround of the company doesn't change at all.
No, I agree. Nothing changes, right? I mean, status quo, life still goes on. I've got a message here. Okay, so I invited someone to the chat right now. He says he wants to come in. Meow, meow. I'll wait for him. Meow, meow. Oh, he sent me a message. Hold on. Let me see. Channel full. How's the channel full?
Rantz,
Channel's not full.
Rantz, I do have a question for you when you get a chance.
Yeah, but he's trying to tell me the channel's full. Hold on.
Oh, I do see that it shows the live show chat has only 3 members max, and it looks like we're at the 3. I'll hop out of here. I'll
you don't
back
got to.
my time.
I'm gonna move it right now.
No, it's cool. It's cool.
Permissions. I'm gonna go in here. Wait, invites. How do I change the amount of people? There, user limit 3 users. Oh hell no. Let's go. Let's put it at. I'll try to be reasonable. Let's go 10 for now. All right, so more people can come in now. I hope. Yeah, there it is. Let's go. All right, yeah, I didn't know they had it at 3. I'll let anybody in. I don't care. Well, so we had 10. All right, next up is going to be Me Too, Power. Me Too. Floor is yours. What's up, Me Too? Me Too, you got to mute me?
Yo, what up? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you just got to mute the show, and then you can hear me through here.
Okay. All right. What up, dude?
Killing it. What's up, brother?
Chilling.
All right, guys. If you guys don't know Me Too, he's been with me for years. Okay? Years. So,
I got this toy, dude.
yeah, what toy is that?
The WSB.
Yeah. And what about it? Are you here to troll? Are you here to troll, bro?
No, dude. Just chilling. Just
Oh,
chilling,
there
dude.
you are. Okay, I see. I didn't see your camera. Okay, there you go. Now I see you now. I was on another
Yeah.
screen. I was.
Nice
Yeah.
black shirt.
I'm looking at other stuff.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So I got you. Me too. So what's up, man? You
Yeah.
believe everything you read on Superstock?
Not everything, bro. Come on.
Yeah, I know. I'm just making sure. You know, I always gotta.
Yeah.
I always gotta let people know what's going on. I got.
Just wanted to say hi, and we need a rematch on our poker night.
Oh, poker night where I beat everybody.
I'll let you beat me, bro.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. Stick to that story. Matter of fact, I'm off tonight. So if you want to do poker night in the Discord with the fellas, you get it started. I'll show up.
Okay, that sounds
There
fun.
you go.
I just wanted to hop in and say hi, and Moas soon.
Yeah, every day, bro. Every day. Tomorrow. Tomorrow's Moaz. I
Yep.
got you. So Envoy,
All right, fella.
yeah, appreciate you. Me too. Envoy, so you posted that thing. What'd you post? I didn't even get to read it. Did I read it? I read it.
It was just a tweet of the Sultan.
Oh yeah, the Sultan. Okay, that's what we're talking about. Okay, yeah. So listen, I don't care. I don't care who posts what. I'm waiting for earnings. That's all I care about, guys. Earnings are coming.
I get it.
And I'm very excited. That's all I've got. I'm so excited about earnings. Next up is going to be
So am I.
it's me bitches. What a name! It's me bitches. The floor is yours. What's going on? It's me.
Marantz, what's up, brother?
I'm killing it.
I appreciate the passion.
Thank you.
Love the show.
Thank you.
Longtime follower. Team 51 in the house.
Appreciate it.
Hey, man, I'm a big tinfoil guy. I love it myself. It's more for entertainment because I'm a longtime holder.
Sure.
And everything you talk about, man, so passionate. Thank you for your service.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
And just wanted to come on and tell you how much your motivation keeps me going. So appreciate that, man.
That's cool,
and,
bro. That's cool. I'm trying, man. I wake up every day, and my wife, she was watching Netflix. She's like, "Oh, let's watch this show," right? So we're laying down, we're watching the show, and here I am thinking we're gonna Netflix and chill. You got me on that? So I'm like, "Yo, Mama, is this your way? We're gonna Netflix and chill?" And then she's like, "Oh, let's watch this episode." And it says, "I'm a murderer." This episode, right? And the guy comes in. He's a coked out, drugged out guy, and he like, "Yeah, man, loved it. The only safe haven I ever had in my life was my grandmother's house because my grandma was a loving soul and she loved me. My parents hated me. My dad was this. My mom was that." This guy goes, "Yeah, so I did a lot of drugs and I showed up to my grandma's house and I killed her and then I laid in bed with her and then I was like, all right, babe, that's enough Netflix for me." Like that's all it took, bro. It was one episode of nothing to go, I'm wasting my time right now. I'm wasting my life when I could be out there studying and learning shit. And so I just go out here and I'd rather do this than watch Netflix. So I don't watch cable. I don't do any sports. This is all I do. And I'm happy to do it. And I'm happy that you guys find value in it. That's it, man. So I appreciate you.
Yeah, man. The other thing I was gonna say is just the best thing most people could do is turn off the news, man. There's just so much nonsense being fed to the mainstream, and it's unfortunate because so many people they just eat it up. And if you start free thinking a little bit, it's nothing but good will come of it. So, just hearing your view on things, man.
Oh.
America first for sure.
Oh, these are just my views.
and-
I'm a bigot. I'm a GameStop groupie, and I'm just a dumb American. I'm one of those guys. That's the way they paint it out to be, right? I'm not any smarter than the next guy. So I like what this guy says here. This guy says, "Explain why now you're trying to walk back on how you said not everyone's going to hold forever like Marantz." I'll hold forever at these prices. You guys got to see me, man. Like if it got to 500, I told my wife, if it gets to like 500, I might just start, selling a share or two. That's about it, bro.
Yeah, it wouldn't hurt.
That's it.
Hey, just keep it going though. Let's just
man, I'm
be
ready.
able to have that freedom to.
Who knows? The tax man
be out
comes
there.
looking for me. I'm cussing out the IRS when they call me. I'm cussing them out. I'm pissed off right now.
I sure hope they get it shut down or at least a little bit of reduction. on
Fuck,
it
bro. Do you know what I'm
personally,
paying the state of California? These guys are trying to chase me down. I go, for what? I got burned down houses. I got some. Dude, I was living in a sandstorm yesterday. It is unbelievable, the sandstorm that we're living in. And then my wife goes, "We're going out, right?" I was like, "Yes, ma'am." Like clockwork. Some balance, your leader Marantz would sell some.
It was always weird, coming from Southern California to the Northwest, and it was in the '90s, so it wasn't like a recent thing.
Right.
But telling people that up here, they're just like, oh, another California person. And I'm like, no. I'm not on that level.
Yeah.
I prefer the small town vibe now. And, it's just so unfortunate because, when we lived in California, it was great. And, I got some friends that had some homes in the Palisades that, they'd had forever.
Yep.
And seeing that, they're not going to even be able to rebuild potentially, it just is disgusting.
It's like I
man.
told
So-
my wife. I actually sat my wife down and I explained what was happening in the Palisades, right? And what's happening I can't speak for Hawaii. I can just speak for California because I'm a homeowner in California. And so for everyone out there, just so that we're clear of why these houses burned down, Pacific Palisades is prime real estate. These houses are old. They're 70. They were built in the 70s, 60s, 80s. Some are refurbished. Some are like rebuilds, and they're immaculate. And they're some movie stars want to rebuild on that little lot. Those lots are expensive. The piece of land is very expensive, but you pay property tax in California every year, and your property never gets reassessed for value unless you sell it. So you're paying property tax a fraction of what it's actually worth if you're living in LA. So as houses burn down in LA, listen clearly, Linda, they have to get reassessed on the rebuild insurance. So you are now going to pay a new property tax for all of these houses that are going to be built. And I'm telling you now, they were probably paying $2,000 a year on property tax. It will go all the way up to $50,000. It'll go up to $20,000. It'll be something outrageous. I know my property tax went up crazy when I bought my home because it originally was built in 2006. 2005 or maybe 2004, 3, somewhere in there. It was like $180,000. The builder ended up paying $200. Our home values, but $700, $600, and what's going to happen? I got to pay taxes on that. So that when it gets reassessed, this is what's happening with California. They are getting more tax dollars for every burned down house because they have to get reassessed for the millions of dollars that they're worth, not the $50,000 or $100,000 that people bought them for back in the 70s. And that's what happened in Palisades right now. So get ready for that. And those people, the value they had in that home was everything to their family. And a lot of people, that's the whole idea of your net worth is what's my mortgage and how can I loan against it? A lot of people took out loans against their homes. And the other part is the land's worth X amount of dollars. That's why these developers are going to come in and buy them. They're going to buy people out just off the dead lot. And they're going to have to take it, these guys, because they can't afford it. They're sitting on a piece of land, but that's what's really happening. So I hope people understand. And what's really going down for me, I'm just happy to be alive every day and living in my box. That's it. All right, we good? Was that a lesson?
Good, brother.
Was that a housing lesson? I apologize.
Hey, no, I work for I did mortgages for a long time, and just seeing the market change like it did, and I got out of the game as a result. So
yeah,
can definitely appreciate that. Going back to like the tinfoil, I know you're talking about Maui and some of the stuff with smart cities.
Yeah.
You could wear whatever tinfoil hat you want, but there's definitely bigger things at play with all this stuff that's changing, especially when you got insurance companies kicking people off their policies, right before these fires happened. It's just, it's pretty sick to hear.
Yeah, but I mean, you know what? I can't blame insurance companies. I have to start blaming administrations. I have to look at the state of California for what it is. I know that they don't have the money. They have money, but they don't have the money, if you know what I mean. They don't have the infrastructure to combat these fires because they don't have enough funding. And you don't have funding because the values have gone up so high and no one's moving. No one's moving. They're just sitting on it. And that little shack that's in the middle of Inglewood might be in the hood and it might be, in the middle of nowhere. And you might be like, I'll never live there. Well, guess what? Someone will. Someone that wants to live next to the beach, live next to OC, live next to something, some type of job at Netflix. They want to do this and they're going to pay whatever it takes because those little homes are worth $1 million because of location. That's what it is. So I'll still live in the suburbs. I'll still live in the valley. I'll still live elsewhere. But without a doubt, these trends for the market. Like, think about this. I don't know if you guys caught my TikToks lately. We are at a standstill right now. We're at the lowest amount of house deals done right now in the market. It's at worse than COVID. It's the lowest ever in the history of housing and finance. There are no deals being done. The prices are too high. The majority of people have a mortgage rate lower than the current rate. I would tell you it's like 90-something%. And then on top of that, no deals being done. It's just it's a combination with inflation, a combination with I guess the lack of transparency from banks and loans. And I mean, who's really loaning? I saw a guy take a loan for 600 grand, and he makes a third of what I make. And I'm talking about, I know his finance. I'm telling you right now, I don't know how he signed the dotted line, and I don't know who did it. I said, you have a brand new truck, yeah? Okay, you have credit card, yeah? And you have a job that pays you what? And you got a home loan for 600. How? At 7%, at 6%? I don't care what you buy down. I don't care who's paying closing costs. You can't afford to live. You can't afford to live. And if you're going to live, you're only going to last about 8 months before you foreclose. So maybe I'm just looking at it wrong. Maybe I'm not. We'll see how it goes. Oh, if those guys want to come in and talk to me, tell them to click the link. Tell me what you think. I literally posted it. It's pinned to the top of the chat, and I just put it out in the chat again. But somebody's very excited in the chat over there. By the way, hey, I like you. I like you a lot. My man, it's me, bitches. Okay, appreciate all love and support for the channel, bro. Honestly,
appreciate you, man.
Yes,
we'll talk to you.
Oh yeah, I'll
Take
see
care.
you, bro. I'll see you on earnings too. We're gonna kill it.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Kid Caribou, you're in the chat. You're in the channel. You're the man. What's up, kid? Oh, don't tell me you haven't figured out how to use the mic yet, kid. This kid right here is baffling. Can we talk about something really quick though while I'm here with you guys? This website of GameStop has it's evolved so amazing. Like, look at this. The brand new game coming out. What do? They give you the gameplay and a pre-order now. So can you imagine when this has everything you want in it? Like, this is just amazing. You want to play the game? You can preview it right here. It's already rolling on the screen. I love this. I love this website. This is the most.
Hey, Marantz.
Yeah, hey, what's up?
Hey, so I got a couple things.
Go.
I do have some suggestions, if you will, for GameStop corporate in regards to specifically PC gaming. I am a PC gamer first and foremost, and so I think that's an area where the company lacks, and I'm torn between just let Brian and Larry and Alan and Jim and Miss Sue run their thing and just do what they're going to do, or if there's a good way to make suggestions. And here's a couple that I can think of off the top of my head. I have a CandyCon.
Okay.
I play this all the time. There are games coming out, and that have come out too within the past month. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 and Monster Hunter Wilds, which they could both benefit. I mean, imagine if we had like a CandyCon faceplate for it. Do you see any way like I could make that suggestion? I mean, besides reaching out to the white label team, or and there's a bunch of other things I can think of in terms of PC available. Again, I'm a PC gamer first and foremost. Their website does not have Monster Hunter Wilds for PC. It doesn't have Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 for PC, and those are both Game of the Year contenders.
Yeah. So your question, just to like full circle it, is you want to know how you can come up with your idea and present it to the team or help, right? I mean, I get it.
Yeah, how I can help.
Yeah, there's some individuals that have Twitters, like Twitter pages, and you have the setup, Aaron, where you could actually make a video and explain yourself and post a video, and that would be an ideal thing to do, because if it's a good idea, sure, people are going to steal your ideas anyway. So, but if you want to get it discreetly to them, there's a guy that I know that works for games. I know a couple people, but they're my DMs.
I know a couple people. A couple of the folks, the guys on the white label team, right?
Yeah, I have them. I have some other stuff.
Okay.
The guy you want to go to, I'll tell you right now. You go to Twitter, and you can tell him I sent you. You'll be fine. Where's this guy at, dude? We talk all the time. No. Did I erase it? Man, I erase stuff too. I don't want any receipts about what I do. Where's my stuff? Oh, you know what it is? Who do I follow? That's what you got to go to. I only follow 32 people on Twitter. Department of Government Efficiency is one of them. Let's see. I don't need to follow her. Good. Nor her. Now I got to get all these Republicans off my page, bro. I don't need to follow them. Ooh, I liked her. She was good. That was housing. Cool. Don't need Michael Saylor. No. Don't need him. I got Donald J. I got Jay Kerwin, the truth. Bethany McLean, that's who you really need, man. We need to talk to her. B. Lee. Beeelee. And you,
Yeah, I've emailed B a few times. We've emailed back and forth a few times.
That's all you really got to do. He has direct access to everything you need.
He's very responsive.
Mm-hmm.
And when they were rolling out the Razor?
Raptor 8.
Sorry, Raptor.
Raptor
When
8.
they were rolling out the Raptor 8. Yeah, that was pretty dope.
Yeah, he's all about it. So, yeah, those are like some of my bigger followers. Like I follow them, but it's just he doesn't have a lot of followers or anything. He just works for the company and does well. So I got these guys. They're all tagging me right now on some posts. It says Bitcoin. Oh, I gotta see what the hell this is. Oh my god, what is this? A novel, dude? My god, why tag me in something that's a novel? Ugh. Okay, thank you, Giga. Giga gave me this one. Bitcoin is not decentralized. Bitcoin is not peer-to-peer. Bitcoin is not secure. Bitcoin is not scale. I love this. I love these guys are making my point. Bitcoin is not private. And then Moreno. What the hell is Moreno? Monero?
Monero?
Monero? What the hell is that? I don't even know. What they're...
Oh, Monero is a privacy focused one.
Yeah,
so
no, I'm
it
good.
actually obscures your wallet.
You mean to tell me it's another crypto here? No, I'm good, bro. I never even heard of Moreno. I'm gonna call it Moreno from now on. Monero. No, I'm gonna call it Moreno. I'm gonna add an extra letter in there. Don't care. Giga's over here trying to get me got me over here shilling for Moreno. No. Sounds like a guy that I used to serve in the military with. GameStop has exclusive offer at Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 Electric Edition. Yeah. So that dude is incorrect. Oh, well. We'll see.
No, they don't have Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 for PC. Period. They don't sell that.
Yeah,
they don't sell they do sell the collector's version for PS5 and Xbox, which is great. I applaud that. But why can't a PC gamer? Why can't I have it?
I'm a PC gamer.
And that's like I said, a contender for Game of the Year.
Civilization 7 was the best game that they sold that I saw. But they got a whole bunch of PC games they sell, you know that. But I don't know which ones I would buy. Yeah, they don't have it. You're absolutely correct. I'm out there looking for it.
Yeah, and like I said, Monster Hunter Wilds, another banger of a release. Huge concurrent player counts on Steam at the moment. Mixed reviews, some performance issues there on PC, but guess what? People are buying it anyway, but there's no even option to buy it on GameStop, unfortunately.
Yeah, they can't sell everything. That's all I can tell you. You know what you can't buy on Steam? PSA graded cards.
Anything physical?
PSA graded cards.
That too.
Yeah.
That's physical too.
There you go.
You see my background? I got my 1996 through 2001 Japanese PSA 8s.
You're doing it.
All ethically sourced from GameStop. I just have to add.
All right, we're going to see if Kid Caribou's ready. Kid, you there? Come on, Kid. Oh, I don't know about Kid anymore, bro. We're going to start calling him Teenage Caribou. I tried, Kid. I went back to you. All right, next up is going to be, not Envoy, I already talked to him once, but Because I Can. Because I Can, what's up? What's on the mic? What's on your heart? What's going on?
It's been great, man. How are you doing? How's everybody? I guess it's just an open topic talk going on.
Yeah, if you were watching earlier, I was going in about the Peruvian Bull bullshit about Bitcoin being the next best move for GameStop and kind of debunking the idea that you would have direct influence over Bitcoin, that you can do it right and all this stuff. I made a statement in my interview that I did on the UK, and I said that like 96% of all Bitcoin is owned by institutions, and it's It's at like 95%, but it's fine. Maybe I was wrong a little bit, 1% or 2, but 2% of all wallets hold 95% of Bitcoin. Basically, that's what the math comes
Oh,
out to.
yeah, I know what you're talking about. I actually screenshot an article talking about like Binance and strategy and uh even Satoshi was on the list of major
Yeah,
holders.
1.1
And
billion. Yeah.
then yeah, it's just large institutions own a lot of it. And then the weirdest thing is when he was try to fact check you, that's the thing about AI. It can't read pictures and it can't read like it can't read an AK or even the number systems. Like like it would say you post the link is like tell me what this about, and it's like oh I can't open it. It's not what people think it is.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's still growing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Uh, to me, everything going on, I'm still in the belief is maybe it's just blockchain utility surface that Ryan wants to do. I think I wrote a DD on it, maybe to like streamline product to customers and you know making the flow more efficient.
Yeah.
Um, it, there was the NFT marketplace. I think I was like working with Tro to use the loop ring AI. Even then, I tested the system. You still have to like spend $50 to get Ethereum. So we did, use. I did talk to Sharon and Amber to see, what their favorite color was and created NFTs. So it's been a fun side project. I have looked into Arms Holding, and also that was it super microcomputers.
Yep.
And this is what I tell people with their DD is like, you treat it like a science experiment. Like you got to release it out there, and whatever is true or false or repeatable, it gets built on. And I'm like, hey, Marantz, DD and connect the dots about round tripping or set up super micros that actually named the companies like and the blunt like they didn't care like it was the weirdest 10K like they were very blunt about what's going on, unreliable, and it seemed like the auditor didn't really care.
So
you
I'll
know
explain.
he just stamped it and went go. I'm like, hey, look, whatever Matt's talking about it's true because I was able to find it like
Yeah.
very bluntly like
So there's
because I think
there's a disclosure. Okay. So when you put out a 10K, your annual 10K, there's a disclosure for related parties. And once you start reading up on related parties and you understand that Supermicro Computers has a bulk of their business dealings only with their brothers. He has two brothers. They own two related companies, and that's who does the bulk of the orders. Then you understand how they can manipulate these books by taking in a bulk of orders from CoreWeave. This is the missing piece. Okay, there's a private company that doesn't need to disclose anything they do. That's CoreWeave. They're going to be going public soon. And CoreWeave has slowly transitioned from doing business with Supermicro and Ablecom to go ahead and do their business with Oracle and Honeywell and some other stuff that they're doing. So the way you can read that 10K is once you understand that the money's being funneled from NVIDIA to Supermicro back into NVIDIA, and they're using a series of companies to do it, now you know why institutions are invested into those companies. Institutions are pumping money into NVIDIA via these satellites, right? Via these other companies. So when you see Supermicro Computers refuse to put out a 10K for a year, then they put out one, and you have to ask yourself, is this a current 10K? Has the current information, or is it from the information that was posted back in June when it was supposed to be released, right? So now you're at a new year, and these orders, have you made any payments on these orders that you had via NVIDIA for these chips? Well, I've seen all these damn chips for sale on eBay right now. I showed you guys this. They're selling them on eBay, and it's other companies, other Chinese companies selling that shouldn't be having these chips. They shouldn't even have them at all. And the only way NVIDIA is combating this and or defending themselves, they're saying, well, someone out there selling these chips illegally. It's not us. That is not true. They're both. Everyone's in bed with each other at this point. But it doesn't even matter, honestly. All that matters is that CapEx is going to run out. That's all that matters. There's no way people can sustain these charges that they're paying. No way.
It's funny because like for Nvidia, because all these 8Ks, 10Ks were coming out back to back, and I was like, all right, well, it's Nvidia next, and nowhere I found was China because I was like, okay, let me get ready and study up on Nvidia. So what I did is I looked the last report they did, and the only thing they care, I think Nvidia's reports are very fluffed up, like they put a bunch of nothing. But the only thing they care was customer cancellations and returns, and anything had to do with China, political, geographically, anything. Well, the current one that they released last week, they didn't make anything with China. I'm like, well, that's really weird. And then on the Q&A, one of the guys talked about geographic. The guy did the whole like diversion, didn't even talk about China. I thought it was very suspicious. And then I remember you telling me like to look into Norway Special Finance. Maybe he actually was the only person that actually caught on to what I was talking about. Like they failed to talk about what's going on with China, but he said something about there's investigation going on with those trips going overseas, like you say.
Yeah.
So I thought it was very weird that they talked about it on the last report. In the current report, they completely left out China entirely. Maybe they didn't want to self-incriminate, but I thought it was really weird that arms holding, talking about they're all working together, creating this crystal intelligence. I'm like, oh, they are all working together. Now it's being
Let me tell you something.
publicly named, especially when.
I'm going to tell you something, okay? And I don't mean to change subjects. This is breaking news, okay? This was just posted by Nat Turner 8 minutes ago. Nat Turner being one of the board of directors for GameStop. Just posted, Pokemon cards spiked 20% in value over the past few months. Here's why. The Pokemon card boom is getting bigger, with overall value of cards rising recently, and in some individual cards increasing by as much as 150%. It might sound a little silly that there's an entire subgenre of influencers who offer investment advice around Pokemon cards, probably because it is a little silly. The idea that some YouTuber, Jim Cramer, is probably trying to tell you, Surging Sparks is setting fire on other collectors and investors. It's Saturday Night Live's sketches are made of. That's what they're trying to say, that it's this is not a real business or whatever it may be. But as you keep reading, it says that Elizabeth, I don't know how to say her last name, oversees PSA's pop culture and trading card division, with some individuals' cards skyrocketing 150%. She says 1 unit per membership per day policy on its Pokemon offerings. There it is, because Costco ultimately had to institute a 1 unit per membership per day. Everybody's trying to avoid brawls and breakouts and everything. Guys, the largest supplier of Pokemon cards in the world is GameStop. Remember what I'm telling you, okay? There are 2,000 plus GameStops out there. 2,500. I'll just ballpark the number for you. Domestically in the U.S., 2,500. They all had Pokemon cards. They all sold out. That is 3 times the amount of Costco's that exist in the United States. So I want you guys, maybe even 4 times the amount. So I just want you to know how big it is for GameStop to sell Pokemon cards, and with the increase in value and price that's happening right now. The 151s, they sparked this whole idea that, the original cards were getting relaunched. So you had all the original card looking things. So it's pretty awesome for what's happening. And I just want to tell it to you guys a couple of different ways, okay? And maybe you guys can understand and agree with me on this, and then we could stop this bullshit that GameStop's not doing the next best thing, the next business model thing. What's bigger than Bitcoin? Cards. Period.
Pokemon.
It's bigger than Bitcoin. And
Nostalgia.
Let me tell you something about physical media and nostalgia. I'm going to tell you. Cards have a bigger increase than Bitcoin has had this year. We're talking about sports collecting. It's the number one thing. Go ahead and look at anything. Look at TikTok, look at whatnot, look at Facebook, and look at GameStop. And you're going to see this path to profitability. It's already there. But imagine investors, that you could be buying something that's the number one topic, the hottest thing going right now, It's not Pogs. It's not plushies. It's not Funko Pops. It's not Beanie Babies. It's video games with credit with collectibles and cards. It is absolutely everything people want right now. They want Pokemon cards, and they want baseball cards and football cards and basketball cards, and they want them now. And that's GameStop. Imagine being invested into that company that's selling the number one product that's showing a huge increase on the whole addressable market cap. This is what you should be talking about, and this is the route GameStop is going. I just want you to know. Now, in the chat, in the channel, I have to highlight this. We have a newcomer in the chat. This is Rareview. Rareview, I've never spoken with you. Rareview, you were in the chat, and they called you out. They told you get in here and talk it out with us. What's going on, Rareview? What's up? What's up? What's on your heart? What's on your mind? Speak on it. You got to unmute yourself, by the way, Review. You have to unmute yourself. You're muted right now. You got to turn on your microphone. There's like a button you can push. I don't know which one it is, but there's a button.
Rance, Aaron, can you hear me?
I can hear you now, kid.
Loud and clear.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Steve Rose in Brooklyn.
Yeah, what's up, kid Caribou?
Nothing. I'll wait my turn. Go ahead, Rearview.
No, it's your turn right now. You know, your speech pattern's a little bit better than a 70-year-old, so you can do it. What's going on, kid?
Thank you. No, still vertical, still breathing.
Yeah.
Still typing one-handed.
Yeah, what'd you do the other night?
I have a feeling I ripped the rotator in my left shoulder.
Nah, I'm talking about for your wife's birthday. What'd you do?
Oh, hey, we went to she got to pick the restaurant. I paid the bill. We had a great time. It's a restaurant we've been going to for the last 25 years. They know us. I'm surprised they haven't opted us and taken us off as dependents on their income tax.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
It's all good.
What type of food is it?
We had a great time. Chinese.
Chinese food. You know, if I ever told my wife for her birthday I'm taking her out for Chinese, you know what she'd do to me? Yeah.
I offered to take her anywhere she wanted to go.
Yeah, she put me in a box, bro.
That's where she wanted
she
to
put me in one of those little to-go boxes. And that's what she'd do to me. You crazy.
Yeah, and then we went to this French dessert place and we got some French dessert. She's diabetic, so she's got to break it up into.
Yeah, what's better than that? You know, let's give her a little bit of sugar. Let's give her some noodles and rice. Just everything with carbs. We're all right.
That's right. Everything with carbs.
This guy's trying to kill his wife on. Yeah. You know, I don't mean to call you out, Kid Caribou, because you know you got a big GameStop position, you got a great life and everything. But if it's my wife's 70th birthday, oh babe, we're doing a little bit different. But you know, you do you. I can't judge, bro.
Oh no, it was all good. We kept it low key because next weekend we're going up to Lancaster, Amish County, Amish land up there.
Really?
And
what are you guys gonna do?
Yeah, we're doing something.
You gonna churn some butter?
Well, no. There's a thing that we do every year for the last 20 years. Something called a mud sale, and what it is, it's a auction that supports the local fire departments and the rescues. We go up there every year, and we bid on stuff just to help that local economy.
Okay.
And the Amish are a big part of it. They have these sewing circles that they do, and they spend like 9-10 months sewing circles making quilts that are unbelievable.
Well,
and then they auction them off, and these quilts go for like $2,000, $2,500.
You're absolutely ridiculous.
I mean, they're just unbelievable. Oh man!
I don't know what scam this is that you're talking
about.
It's
all hand sewn.
Yeah, it sounds like a scam to me.
No.
Yeah,
and I go up and get like tools and stuff for.
Yeah, now you know why Linens and Things went out of business. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, I got you, bro. Hey, let me tell you, you're a really good bedtime storyteller. You know.
Oh, thank you.
Kid Caribou, you get me excited about night. Hey, I got to give a shout out right now for this super chat and the support of the channel. My man Meow Meow came through with $20 super chat. First, my kids say thank you, and so do the other kids that will be giving away all these. Oh, by the way, I just got to find a weekend. I'm busy next weekend. Oh man, I'm so busy. But there's going to be a time, because the weather's getting better over here. My wife and I, we're going to be doing this giveaway. We're going to go out and we're going to record it. And I have so much to give away. There are packages beyond packages that came through, and all the stuff to give away. I just want to say thank you again for all the love and support of the channel. You guys are crazy. But I'll have so much to give away. I'm going to have to carry a suitcase when I go everywhere I'm going. But I will tell you this, too. I'm going to be celebrating the 899th opening of a store, and I got to go do that. And I got to work. I got to do some other stuff. So when I find time on the weekends, I'll figure it out. But I had something for you, kid, and I had something for the other guys in the chat. Rareview, did you figure out how to work your microphone yet? No? Okay. Whenever you want to unmute yourself, you come on into the chat, okay? So check this out, kid. I'm going to explain something. This says right here, to go from 6 million to 150 million in profit year over year, it's going to be epic. That's a 2,400% increase in earnings. Wall Street must know something is coming. I totally agree with this. I do. But I don't know if you read the tweet that came out this morning from Elon Musk. They projected that, or he said, that Tesla's going to have over 1,000% increase in earnings in the next 5 years. And I said, how? I'm saying how. You just can't say something. I've got to know how you're going to do it, because they literally make around $7 billion a year right now. So to have 1,000% increase, you mean to tell me that they're going to go to $70 billion of profit? How? I really want to know how they're going to go from 7 to 70. Unless there's a government contract coming that I don't know about, I don't know how they're going to do it in the next 5 years. But I will tell you, GameStop's going to go from 6 million profit all the way to $500 million. And no one's going to know what the hell happened right there. It's going to be 100 times more, which would then equate to around a 10,000% increase. And people need to know it's coming. It's going to happen in the next 2 years. It's just the way the math works. It's just the way GameStop works, what they've been doing, swing profit. But it's just it's a true telltale sign when someone that doesn't understand metrics and measuring, like Elon, can just say, hey, we're going to be up 1,000. It's not possible, what he's saying. So that's what's coming out. Anyway, kid, what do you think? GameStop's going up in value next month? What do you think? Do you think it's going to happen right now?
Absolutely.
Yeah, there you go. You're a believer. You have me believing that you believe.
I got a small surprise.
Okay.
I can't say when, but I'm going to be coming out to California later in the year to by and say hi.
Oh, I'm really surprised. I'm excited. Holy, whoa! Let me tell you, can I just lower your expectations right now? You're like, hey,
are you short? Are you shorter than you say?
Absolutely, I'm only 6 feet tall. You know,
about the same size.
There you go. Are you measuring me up? Are you sizing me up? What's up, bro? Yeah, yeah. No, that's good. That's good. You'll be the first guy I interview on my next meet and greet. You know, I've met a couple of you guys out in the wild, and it's been fun. But like I've met Because I Can. I met Frank, and I met 2 other people. I met DJ. I don't know if you guys remember DJ. She's been around since the beginning. But I met a lot of you guys, and you know what? It's fun. It's fun. And I met a guy the other day. He just saw me. He goes, Marantz, I watch you. I was like, who the hell are you? I was like, what is this shit? It's always weird, but it's cool. And I just say thank you guys for all the support. But anyway, guys, this whole show was about GameStop. Buying Bitcoin if it's going to happen. I think they can do it in a different way. They don't have to follow what people are telling them to do. And hopefully they did it in November. That was my plan. And maybe they're selling down. That's why the price goes down. But, it was a pump. I don't know how many people are really buying it other than Michael Saylor. But the truth is these guys already own it. They influence it, and they do what they do. This March, we will show the world what GameStop is made of. Stay happy. I'm with you, man. No, Almo's playing TFT.
Hey, Aaron, thanks for letting me jump in. Buddy.
Hey, anytime, kid, Caribou. I know I give you a tough time, a hard time, but you know what? It's all part of the show. You're a good guy, and you have been since you walked in, and I don't care what they say about you in the Discord. You're a good man, bro. All right. Hey, can you please stop leaving the Discord and coming back? Can you please stop? Can you just chill? No, I'm joking. I'm just joking with you, brother. That's what I'm doing.
Oh, that's because I've been typing one-handed, and I keep on hitting the wrong Xbox, and I keep on knocking myself out of the Discord.
You heard it, guys. You heard it. He's hitting the wrong box, and he's just looking for a
Still in the
MILF.
Discord.
He's just looking for a MILF. If you guys don't know what MILF stands for a man I'd like to follow. That's for us influencers, and hopefully I'm him.
Oh, there you go.
Yes, sir. And you know, Kikero, can I tell you something, bro? Just can I give you some dating advice?
Oh.
Because you know you're at that age where you need dating advice. I wanted to.
I've been married for the last 30
Yeah,
years.
exactly. You need dating advice right about now. Since you took your wife to a Chinese restaurant on her 70th birthday before you go up there and overpay for a quilt, I think you should really start dating homeless women. It's my opinion. You tell me if I'm right on this. You know what the benefits are of dating homeless women?
Oh, tell me.
Oh, you can drop them off anywhere. It's all good. All right. Well, anyway, see, look at that. Stacks already had it. Drop him off in here. Look at Stacks. He knew. I love you, Stacks. That's my boy. That guy reads my mind. That guy reads my mind. That shit just came out like nothing. Yes. Anyway, love you guys. I appreciate the time and all the support of the channel from everyone. Shout out to Aaron, who was on the show earlier tonight, and he's a good ass dude, and he's got a good approach to himself. I really enjoyed having conversations with him. Obviously, all of you guys always been around with me, rocking with me. I don't know if I'll be live tomorrow morning. I've been taking a lot of time off from the channel. The way I put up videos, though, I've been putting them up. I've been cutting up other things. I'm waiting for the interviews to come up. I'm waiting for all the other creators that have talked to me over the past couple of months put out their stuff. I'm just being respectful to their creative process to a point. And then I'm trying to do better myself. You know, I'm doing really well at work. I feel good about it, and I'm trying not to do too good because some of you guys know what that means. There's only one more promotion left, and that's it. Once you get there, I won't be here. So it's a choice that we're gonna have to make as a family, and if I really want what I've been working for my whole life. So, but you guys, I'm not neglecting you. I promise you. I'm always gonna be here doing my thing. It just depends. Okay, depends on a lot. But I do some soul searching, and I just keep buying GameStop like I do. I never stop buying GameStop, so don't ever second guess that. Let's just get it. Let's just get it under control. Let's get our timelines round. Let's be more balanced in life. You don't have to sit here all damn day vegetating on the damn streams. You don't have to just stare at the chart every day. If you still stare at the chart every day, you're crazy, dudes. We've been doing this for 4 years. Put the shit away. Buy a share like I buy a share and I put it away. I never check the price of the stock or anything. I get 1,000 messages a night. Guys, 1,000 messages a night. Can I tell you what happened? My Facebook, my TikTok, my YouTube, my Twitter, my Reddit, my email, everything. I get thousands of messages, and that's not exaggeration. If you're a content creator and you don't get 100 to 1,000 messages a night, because you're not that interesting, I get it. But me, I get a lot of questions, a lot of comments, a lot of this. And you know what I did? I started deleting people off of my TikTok. I started deleting people off of my Twitter and off of my Facebook. I even told my wife, Instagram. I shut down everything. I don't care. I don't need anyone's opinion. I don't need anyone's input. I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm not searching for it that way. I post on YouTube, and that's what I do. Post a little on TikTok, and that's what I do. Post a little on Twitter, and that's what I do. But do you guys want an idea of what TikTok looks like before I leave? I'm going to show you guys something. Look at this. TikTok. Watch this. I swear to you. It's awesome. This is my TikTok page coming up. I'll find it right now. Once I have it, you'll know. Hold on. Boom. Okay. So here's my page. And you guys want to know what videos I'm putting out? Well, I did the whole Mijo Loco interview. I did that one right here.
Yeah, Mijo Loco.
Mijo Loco. Nice to meet you. What's going on? She's having a hard year.
So I was just on the live just a minute
That's on
ago
TikTok.
listening to you. And
All right, guys.
Rico?
So I keep getting asked if I am Rico Knows. I'm not, so I just want to clear that up right now. A FUD, the fear, uncertainty, and doubt that's on the stock market and on this particular investment alone, on this individual security, I've never seen it happen this way. I have read everything, guys. I've been everywhere. I've been on every website, you name it, and they're constantly reminding you, forget about GameStop. 3 best stocks other than GameStop. Don't buy GameStop, guys. No one shops there. It's digital only. It's a dying company. Ryan Cohen's a failure. You yourself, you're dumb money. You're crazy. And all I say to myself is, why do I need to be reminded of all these other little things around me? Why is it that I just can't make decisions for myself and everyone in the world just forget that I even exist? Well, how about you? How about you forget about GameStop? But I don't mean GameStop, the company. I'm talking to you, Wedbush. I'm talking to you, Yahoo Finance. I'm talking to any of you, GME Meltdowners. How about you guys forget about GameStop? But forget about GameStop, the investor. Can you just forget about me for a night? Can you forget about me for a day or a week? Can I go a whole year without you making a tweet, a comment, in the damn video, follow me around on live streams? Meltdowners, I'm asking. GameStop, hedge funds, guys shorters, guys who don't like it, the Michael Packers of the world. You tell me, can you forget about GameStop, the investor? You want me to forget about GameStop, the company, but how about you forget about me? And then let's see who wins this part out. But instead, I gotta battle you, battle mom, battle, work, gotta battle the kids, I gotta battle life. And then you want to put your little shit on me. A FUD. So this is a tough one for this gentleman here to understand. He says, AI will improve productivity, inflation will rise significantly, asset prices will go much higher. Like, I don't know why you assume all of this to be true. If you know what they're paying for AI, then it's not true. The idea that the computer would make your life better, remember, and easier and more efficient is absolutely true. But what happened? In 1999, the dot-com bubble came over to 2000 and burst. And when you saw what was happening, the cost of the technology itself got cheaper because there was competition. And when you have competition in open source, then that eliminates this wall, this paywall that NVIDIA has right now. NVIDIA is asking any price they want for AI chips. While the infrastructure is being built and people are paying for it, 20 years from now, you're not going to pay those prices. You don't have to. People that are spending money on CapEx right now, the cap expenditures from the Mag 7, from the top 7 companies in the world, they're paying this money and getting valuations for amount of money spent, not for the amount of money made, right? Not off the income itself, not off the profits. This is why I tell you there's no return on investment in AI right now. It's not liquid. You're not in that stage of the company or of the development. And when it finally does come, well, you're going to find out you paid $90 billion for something that someone else could build for $1 billion. And that's what DeepSeek was. The scare of it all that told you, you know what, you don't need as much energy, you don't need as many chips, but we can build like models. And it's going to continue to get this, it's going to continue to grow this way for the next 20 years. You will evolve, AI will evolve, but it's not profitable yet. It's not monetary yet. You can't monetize off of it. You don't even know what it is. You don't know how to implement it within your business. But you to make these blanket statements like productivity will increase and the asset price will rise significantly, well, I'll let you know exactly what was the greater financial crisis after the dot-com bubble. And I'll let you know what happens after this AI bubble. Things are too expensive. People are charging astronomical prices, and the 1%ers are cashing out. All the baby boomers are cashing out. People are retiring. So when you see this new workforce, us, having to buy into this market and buy into the idea of something, well, I'll tell you this. Where's my flying cars? That's all I ask you. Where's my flying cars? Because it's 2025 and I'm still driving gas-powered vehicles. That's just one aspect. Now we're in a whole nother world. You'll learn. Peace. So this is factually wrong, this comment. It says, don't try to time the market. Time in the market is better than timing the market. And I know Warren Buffett said this phrase, but I think you guys are missing the point. This is for day traders, sure. But if we're talking about actual investors, like Warren Buffett, who's timing the market as we speak, I'll give you the example. You cash out, you wait for the trend, and then you buy the dip. And yes, you can time that. That's why Berkshire Hathaway has $350 billion worth of cash right now, because Warren Buffett definitely agrees about timing the market. The other part about that is that if your time horizon is forever, which most people are, and you got to think about like somebody like Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett's 94 years old. How much time does he have left? He doesn't. He's not living for himself. He's living for the other investors within his fund. And I'm telling you guys right now, if you didn't think you could time the market and you didn't think there's these opportunities, then maybe you don't understand value. You know, this is about as plain as day what's happening right now, that you can time this situation. You can cash out and sit on it and wait for the correction to happen because the current market is overvalued. This is why Warren Buffett has sold all the ETFs that contain the S&P. And the last part about this is about it. I would equate this to saying you need to diversify. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. No, absolutely not. You don't need to diversify anything. If you have about 5 or 6 stocks that you love, that you think that are right and they have value and then maybe they're undervalued, that's what you buy. You don't need to buy 20 of them. You don't need to buy 100 of them. You just need about 4 good ones, and you're a millionaire. So just know, you guys want to say all the quotes out of the book, that's okay. But the truth is, Warren Buffett's time in the market, just like a lot of us. Peace. So that's a pretty unfair assessment to make. You say that the Trump administration accelerated the crash. You know, crashes are considered corrections. You know, when markets are overextended and overleveraged, they need to be corrected. It's a necessity that has to happen. But the Trump administration is doing a couple of things different, okay? And I want you to take this lesson on economics while we sit here. To be called a recession, a couple of things have to happen. One, inflation has to be sky high. Next, you would have to see the market itself burn off about 20% off the top line, which in 2022 we did. You saw the S&P 500 sell off 20% of the market. The last deciding factor would be employment. And employment never reached it. So people are saying to themselves, well, if inflation's going up and salaries are going up and everyone has a job, then we can afford this. And that's why the Fed never declared a recession. What Trump has to come in and do, he has to cut out all the fat, all of the pork off of every bill, because these bills that have been passed, this deficit that we carry, unfortunately, it actually holds up the economy. It holds up the world. That's why you see abandoned buildings and you see Fed employees coming out and they're like holding boxes. And I'm just going to ask you on like a personal level, have you never been laid off? Have you never seen the corporate, I guess, consultants come in and then they question you? It's not the movie, The Office Space. It's really like that in real life where they go, excuse me, can you tell me why you're essential or why we need to keep you here? And what do you do exactly? Tell me your day. It's happened to me. I worked for corporate America, and they ask you these questions, and you answer them, and then you're thinking, you know, you're proving yourself your worth. But the truth is, they're trying to figure out a way to do it without you, and that's what's happening right now. Elon Musk and the Doge team is going in, the Department of Government Efficiency, and they're seeing, okay, what have you been paying for? You as a taxpayer. The best part about it is it'll get corrected and everyone will come back down to earth, but it's going to take some serious pain. And it might be Trump's final 4 years, and you might see a legacy that gets passed down from generation to generation of wealth. And that's because they have to reset this market. The fat are only the fat because we allow them to be. And I'm talking about the rich. These rich guys at the top, and I'm telling you who they are, accredited investors. They're all over the world. Everyone in the world invest with America. And if that's the case, if these private equity firms, these hedge funds are allowed to just keep making money hand over fist while depleting Americans, guys, they kill the retail store. They've killed what they call category killers. They've killed restaurants. They've killed every industry, even healthcare. The baby boomers are coming in and cashing out on this market, and you're trying to buy in? You're trying to buy in at the top. I would tell you right now, retirement funds should be at like 0% of your pay going into the market and where it's sky high like this. That's my honest opinion. If I can take my own wealth and buy my own securities, and I'm buying things that are not in the S&P 500 because that needs to be reset. The prerequisites to get in are extremely high, overvalued. This market is an all-time high. Compared to 1999, the dot-com bubble, you're sitting here at an AI bubble where there are no returns on AI. Can we establish that right now? There is no return on your investment, no ROI on AI spending. Cap expenditures from the top 7 companies in the world are what's holding up each other. They have not made a damn dollar off of this AI except for NVIDIA, and NVIDIA does mark-to-market accounting. That should be frowned upon. Guys, if you don't know what that means, they front load the contract. When they sign a contract for $100 billion, they put all of that money on the bottom line as to call it profit. They haven't received a payment yet. And when a company like DeepSeek comes out in China and they find a way to do it for less and for better, they're like, wait a minute, I don't have to do that commitment. I don't have to buy all these chips that are not there. The demand is trumped. It's not, you know what happens when you strike oil? I just want you guys to know this. This is like the biggest telltale sign for NVIDIA or for the whole market. When you strike oil and you strike it rich, and excuse the interruption there, I got people sending me messages. But when you strike oil and you strike it rich, you don't tell anybody. You bottle up the oil and you keep going. The only reason why you're telling people is because you want the stock to get pumped. You want people on Wall Street to get excited so they can invest more money. And that's not what's needed. NVIDIA's been around for 30 years. You know what's happening with NVIDIA? Their number 3 shareholder in the history of their company sold everything. Go look at it. And then their CEO, who's worth $100 billion right now, top 10 richest man in the world out of nowhere, he's already sold off $2 billion as well. These guys are selling billions of dollars worth of shares while Americans are trying to buy into a theory or an idea that they don't even know about yet. They can't even fathom it yet. And that is AI, and that is how it makes money. But there's an energy deficiency there. There's an infrastructure deficiency. There's data center deficiency. And when you look at it and you see who's doing work with whom, that's the issue. That's what's accelerated, not Trump. You guys got to get your eye off of what's being done at the White House and actually look what's being done on Wall Street. Wake up at 2 a.m. and watch the market. Understand how it's leveraged. And then you get to tell me who's accelerated the correction. That's a good thing, not a bad thing. It's like my childhood is under attack. You're telling me eggs are overpriced and they're $40 a dozen, but yet potato chips are 100% increase too? What can we do about these pandemics we're having? Is this a pandemic? The chip pandemic, the egg pandemic? Nah, how about I just start eating more healthy? Can I do that? I'll start today. Peace. They tell me follow the money. Now pay attention, guys. This is back in the day, 2005, 2006, when the market was going all the way up, housing crisis was about to be upon us. Berkshire Hathaway, Mr. Warren Buffett, went ahead and stacked all his cash, bought the down rip. He bought everything when the stock market crashed, and he quadrupled his wealth. Well, guess what's going on right now? My boy, Warren Buffett, look at this, all the way up, all-time high, $360 billion of cash for Berkshire Hathaway, waiting for the market to come crashing down so they can buy controlling stakes into other companies and or just buy everything. They're going to be able to afford it. How about you? Are you ready for this market crash coming? Warren Buffett is. Maybe we should follow the money, right? Just maybe. Oh, wait. There's nothing wrong. Peace. So Microsoft announced they're going to shut down Skype. Microsoft made a couple of bad deals so far that I've been watching you. Let's see, you overpaid for Blizzard, and now you're shutting down Skype. I got it. When companies make mistakes, they have to pay for it. But you guys, you're down $500 billion in market cap. To shut down all the way below your 200-day moving average I see here. You know what's the best part about that? The whole market is sold off. This whole Magnificent 7 is not so magnificent this year. This calendar year, I've seen everything sell off. So if you guys are not so magnificent, neither is this economy. Who's going to catch up? Who's actually going to sell off first and a race to the bottom? I'll check you out, Microsoft, on the other side. Maybe you're doing some on AI. I mean, you guys are spending $60 to $80 billion worth of CapEx telling me that you're going to make some money on AI. I'm still waiting for that announcement. But hey, they're down $500 million, $500 billion. It's probably nothing. Peace. Now here's a stock to watch out for. Palantir, all the way to 125, all the way back down to 80. We knew it didn't have the market cap. It could hold at 280, 290. There's no way. $290 billion for a company that just made $12 million last quarter. Oh, they're projected to make $700 million for the year, and they're worth what exactly? You're crazy. PE ratios over 500. I'd never touch this stock. But let people buy it. It's okay. You can buy the over-leveraged, overpaid for market. I won't. I'm going to sit on my cash, or I'm going to buy more GameStop. That's about it. I don't know about Palantir. Missed me with it. Hey, Alexander Karp, you know the CEO, chairman of the board, this guy? The guy who actually sold off $1 billion worth of shares of his own company that's so great and he loves it? He doesn't believe it? I didn't think so. Peace. AMD, they've lost $100 billion of market cap. Yeah, it's probably nothing. I don't know what's going on with semiconductors. I don't know what's going on with tech stocks. They're just all down. They're plummeting. Real top heavy this market is. They tell me that Magnificent 7's not so magnificent. Is it a stock crash? I don't know. It's probably nothing. NVIDIA crushed earnings, they tell me. NVIDIA finished below the 200-day moving average. It's probably nothing. They've lost over $500 billion in the last month. It's probably nothing. Or maybe it was overvalued the whole time. 2 months into the new year, and Tesla's lost $500 billion in market cap. It's probably nothing. QQQ closes below its 100-day moving average. It's probably nothing. The S&P 500 below its 100-day moving average. It's probably nothing. I told you I'd show you the chart, guys. Here are all the housing deals that are on the market right now. It's at the lowest it's ever been, and we're talking over the last 25 years, the lowest, even lower than when COVID was around. There are no deals being done right now. Rates are sky high. People's income's not there because everything's expensive, right? Inflation's on top of you. So no one's willing to. This is the housing market. I told you I'd show you the chart, guys. Here are, and then you'll fill it next. Don't worry, guys. These houses might be expensive, right? Inflation's on top of you. So no one's willing to make a deal. Real estate can fill it first, and then you'll fill it next. Don't worry, guys. These houses might be on discount real soon. Pay attention. Peace. Oh, wait. Hold on. It's probably nothing. This is the housing market right now in Washington, D.C. and in Arlington, Virginia area. Everything is for sale. And you know what? Those rates are going up even higher. You know why everything's for sale? I know this is Donald Trump, getting all these guys kicked out of the government and they don't have jobs. I get it. And they all have to sell. The other part about this is housing rates and housing costs all-time high. If you know what's happening with the home builders, they're actually digging into their own margins by doubling down on incentives, closing costs, upgrades, you name it. But those home builders are down right now. Go look at their stock. Every stock of home building companies, whether it's Pulte Homes, Toll Brothers, even Lennar Building, all of them, everybody's down. So pay attention, guys. This is going to get really bad for a lot of people in this economy if they don't understand how housing works. But you're in a crisis, and we're at an all-time low on home deals right now on the books. Tons of inventory. Go look at Zillow. I went ahead and clicked on it. I wanted to see what was around me. Everybody's selling. And you can't, because no one's going to be able to buy them. Peace. Not at these rates. Not at these prices. That's what I mean. So get ready. Get your cash ready. Like Warren Buffett, $350 billion in the bank waiting for something to happen. Market will see it. Economy will see it. People will see it. Hey, but I'm supposed to tell you, it's probably nothing. They tell me credit is everything. Well, pay attention, guys. We're in the greater financial crisis once again. I know they haven't announced a recession yet, but if you're looking at the market, top is selling off. You're looking at homes. They're available everywhere. Nobody can afford them. And here's why. U.S. credit loan defaults jump all the way to the highest level since the greater financial crisis. Pay attention. You can combat this, though, guys. Call up your credit card companies. Tell them you want to negotiate a deal. You want to stop the high interest because interest rates are at an all-time high, 40-year high, whatever it may be. Don't worry about it. Call them up and negotiate. They'll go ahead and settle with you. Some people do like 5 years, 0% interest, and you make a minimum payment for those next 5 years. You have to do something to get a hold of this, control of this. Do your best. Oh, wait, I remember. This is probably nothing. Sorry. They tell me millennials. I know you guys want to buy a house. Check it out. The average down payment, $63,000 is the average down payment now. Keeps going up, up, up. But you know what? Interest rates are sky high right now. The inventory is massive. Inventory is everywhere, but yet we're at a standstill. There's no house deals being done because people don't qualify. Debt-to-income ratios are being neglected, and if you are getting it in, then it's subprime and or it's trash, and they're just giving you the house, and they know you're going to default coming up real soon. Credit card debt is maxed out in America, and I've got all the charts to prove it, but hey, this is probably nothing. Sorry, I forgot to say that part. Peace. So here's a spot ETF that actually tracks Bitcoin, and you'll see that there's an outflow, the highest it's ever been, of $956 million. It's probably nothing. All right, guys, so last night the market sold off, and Bitcoin was selling off, and it kind of showed me something. I want to show it to you guys, okay? So check this out. All right, so here's Bitcoin, guys, and in 2022, you'll see it here, that's when it sold off. It offset all the way down to like $18,000. Then it started running back, and it's back. So it sold off last night. And as you can see, that correlates with this sell-off here. The sell-off that was 2022 was this dip here, by comparison, okay? Same dip down because it's the collateral to the market. So if you guys are paying attention, what that means is as the market comes down, Bitcoin tries to beat it. And as Bitcoin tries to race to the bottom type style, there's a lot of people in Bitcoin. It's leveraged a little different, but it is the hedge to their positions. So sure, margin's calling, right? They're getting margin called, and they're selling off their crypto to offset their securities position. That's what I see happening now, but they're allowed to do it because the crypto market is 24 hours. So they're able to go get liquidity from one to pay for the other. Either way, $1 trillion is missing. And I'm talking about from the top of the SPY. The SPY fell all the way down to 580 something, right? 584, whatever it may be. And it's going to keep falling down. If it keeps falling down, expect crypto to keep racing on down. And where they find the bottom, I'll never know. I'm looking at crypto at around 60,000. I'm looking at the SPY. Well, I'm still waiting for 480. Just maybe I'm crazy? I don't think so. Peace. All right, guys. So last night. So this picture is pretty accurate. It's representing NVIDIA stock holding onto the handle of what would be the economy, believe it or not. And NVIDIA announced earnings, and they have since lost around $500 billion in the last month of market cap. Them combined with Microsoft, Tesla, Meta, the whole Mag 7. You've seen the Mag 7 lose over $1 trillion in market cap. And that's your stock market. And that's what's really happening. So I think everything's fine, believe it or not. I mean, that's what I'm supposed to say, right? That's what everybody's telling you. We're in a great economy. No, sir. Watch it happen. It's happening right now. Peace. All right, we're going to rank some beers. Let's do it. Samuel Adams. The lager. Yeah, no Boston lager around me. I'm good. Modelo. Everybody's going to pick this number one because it's just, you know, no more Bud Light, no more anything. Modelo for me, I guess I can put it. If it's negative. Now you guys know what I do all day on TikTok, guys. If you guys follow me on TikTok, it's a whole different show. Those were just some of the clips. That's what I was showing you. And Budweiser and Bud Light, they like all the. Hope you guys like the show. Check me out later. I don't know what other videos I have on here. I don't know what I do. Top 10 companies were just too top heavy, and you're bound to have a crash, right? The Great Depression. Then we go to 66. You had a run, but of course, 30 years after that, you're going to have this downtrend all the way through. Now, 1999. You know that as the dot-com bubble. Came crashing down. Of course, Cisco, all of it came crashing. And then you have overvaluations. So as we have been peaking right now, you're at one of the highest points in the history of the stock market right now. P ratios, too high. Market caps, too high. If you on every metric that you're looking at, market cap versus GDP growth, too high. The stock market is too expensive right now. This is why Warren Buffett has sold off $350 billion worth of assets. He literally is sitting on cash waiting for this correction to happen, because when we come tumbling down, the Mag 7, not so magnificent. I don't know if you guys noticed, after the first month and a half of this year, or 2 months now, of this year in 2025, 3 of them are down almost $500 billion a piece. Go look at it again. This market, too expensive, corrections waiting to come, and you guys, believe me or don't, history has a way of repeating itself. Peace. So here's the market, guys, right here. As you can see, 1929, we were considered over.
Charing Capital Management Group. Peter Charing, like.
Pulled as hard as she could, and she went all in. Myself? So can you not get my ass? Yeah.
I'm at a.
So the train stopped. Then I saw this dude start throwing out packages off of the UPS truck. So if you ever want to know where your packages are. UPS. So let me give you an update on this video. I was out back on my lunch break, and I saw someone jump onto a train and start chucking off packages off the train. Broke into the container and started taking them all. And I was just like, wow. Now, do I do the good citizen thing? Do I just sit here and record it and post it and say, look what I caught on film? Or do I call the cops and I get this happen? I called the sheriff. And not only did the sheriff get down there, 6 of them, fast, we're able to save all the packages. We're able to throw them back onto the train, and they went ahead and got to their destination, I assume. But yes, UPS, we saved you guys the heartache, the headache, to a couple of hundred members out there that are ordering packages and not getting delivered. Just wanted to give you some context. There's some people out there that actually put the phone down and call the police rather than just record it. That's it. Peace. Hey, I've got a question for you guys. When was the last time you guys played outside? Like, gone out there, played with your friends, played tag, football, basketball, and you know, we grew up outside. We know that. We grew up in a neighborhood like I did. I had a twin brother, older brother, younger sister. I had kids across the street, right and left of me,
There must have been 20 of us, all the same age. It was an amazing time to be outside. And everyone would knock on each other's door. Can you come play outside? Can you come play outside? And you had that one kid that was probably spoiled because he was an only kid and he had both parents. While we were sitting there looking at each other like, what do we got? And so we'd rather play outside. But the last time I played outside, I didn't know it was going to be my last time. I don't remember. I do remember this though. My kids growing up and my kids wanting to go play outside. And I'll never forget them knocking on the door of the other kids and like, hi, Mr. Rico, can we play? Can so-and-so play? I was like, yeah, they can go play. And then I walked out there and I said, you know what? You guys want to play tag? You guys want to play ditch? You guys want to play football? You want to play basketball? I didn't care what it was. I made sure to involve myself. And there I was, sprinting at top speed, chasing a 12-year-old, tagging him and saying, you ain't shit, kid! Jumping over damn oleanders and hiding on the roof and climbing, I don't even know, AC units. And then I was Spider-Manning up the walls, climbing palm trees. I was doing shit I always wanted to do when I was young. I didn't have the ability to. And now I'm grown, I'm hiding in a tree, and I'm like, they're never going to find me. Guys, I played hide and seek for like 4 hours, and they never found me. They're just shouting out, okay, we give up. We give up. Oh, mom's calling. Mom said to come home now. Hell no. I've seen that trick before. Oh no. I was up there for hours. And then I'd pop up and I'd ring the doorbell and like, all right, I'm home. And my wife would be like, bullshit, where were you? I was like, what do you mean, where was I? I was playing. The kids said they wanted to play outside, so I'm not the parent just to sit there and let them entertain themselves. I'll go out there and keep them company. I got to make sure no one's trying to kidnap these kids. She said, that's your story? That's my story. Get out there and play with your kids. That's all I'm saying, guys. Don't be the sit-down parent. Involve yourself. If they want to play ball, take them to the park, go play ball with them. Be that parent. I've done my best. Peace.
Yeah, guys. Thanks again for hanging out with me. Those are enough of my TikTok videos. I'm just showing you guys what we do, how I do it. If you guys ever follow me on TikTok, it's a whole different show, whole different info, but still a little bit of the same. Obviously, here we're a little bit more dialed in, and we learn a lot. So just remember me, bros. Remember me. When I was out there chasing them kids, bro, I'd be running top speed. We're in an apartment complex. I'll never forget. So my wife, we used to live in an apartment complex because she was a manager back in the day when we were young. That's how we lived. And it was crazy because I remember dudes used to knock on the door and be like, oh, I need to pay my rent or I'm late on rent. And I'd be like, you're at the wrong house, homie. Like, my wife's off work. You don't knock on this door. I was the real deal. The apartment complex. Like my wife, because she's tiny. She's 4'11", right? And so 100 pounds. And my wife would be like, okay. She'd be hardcore. She'd be like, nope, you need to pay your rent, whatever, boom, or you need to turn down that music. You guys make too much noise. I got a complaint. I got a call. I got this, that, whatever. And then I remember we lived by the pool. So everybody would be at the pool. At 10 o'clock, the pool shut down. She'd have to go lock it. She'd go, hey, babe, can you go lock the pool? I'm like, yeah. I go out there, always some punk-ass kids drinking bottles and hanging out because they ain't got shit to do. I'd be like, hey, all you guys got to get out of here. Let's go. Like, who are you? You don't work here? I said, get your shit and get out of here. Oh, I used to be hard. But, guys, I was in my 20s. I was a wreck. I was beast mode, right? And then I'm trying to go back and play WoW. But then I remember when the kids started playing hide and go seek, because there was this lady, it was a single mom with 8 kids. Swear to God, 8 kids. And you can't put 8 kids in it. You're not even legally allowed to have them in a 2-bedroom or whatever, according to the rules. So, but we didn't say shit. They need a place to live, whatever. And they needed to hang out and play outside because they can't do shit inside, all these kids. So then my daughter was there, my son was there, everybody was in the apartment, and they're like, hey, we're all going to go play tag, and we're going to do teams. And I was like, I was like a ref. I was like, listen up. We're going to do this for real. We're going to do it for real. We're going to play ditch. We're going to split up the teams. Here we go. Boom, in half. All right, I'm over here. I'm with my kids' team, whatever, boom. And I would chase these kids down, and I would yell. I'm running full speed, and there's like these corridors in the apartments. I'm coming around the corner, fast as hell, guys. Ah, come here. I'm going to get you. Ah, and I'm hurdling. Remember, I'm a school record holder. I was all CIF and track, okay? And hurdles. If there's something in my way, I'm running through it. I'm running, boom, boom, boom. I don't care if it's a bench, a table, a fence. I'm jumping over this shit and running. It's amazing. I'm just going, bros. Certainly back then in my 20s. And this place is really nice. It's a nice upscale apartment complex, right? And all you heard was my wife. She come out. She's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "What do you mean? What am I doing? I'm playing with the kids. You told me to play outside." He said, "Don't just stay inside all day, play video games." I'm not just playing Black Ops. I'm out here running around. I'm being the ops. And she said, "I'm getting complaints that there is a grown man chasing kids around the apartment complex." And I was like, "Oh." I never thought about how it looked to other people. Other people were looking out their windows, scared to come outside, because I am haul-assing, guys. I swear to God, I am running so fast. I was running like they stole something. I was chasing dudes. And, got you. And then when it was time to get away, I was gone. And there's hills, there's volleyball courts, basketball courts, saunas, there's everything out there. I'm hiding everywhere. You guys, I climbed the garages and the AC units. There was 2 walls, matter of fact. It was like a little arrow. I Spider-Maned up that wall. It's got to be like 30 feet high. And I just stood there holding myself up in between the 2 walls. And as they walked by, they didn't even see me, bros. They're just walking. They don't look up. I'm like this, and I ain't saying nothing. I'm sweating. And then I got to walk myself down. I'm in muscle failure. I'm climbing palm trees. It was wild times, bro. I didn't care. Most famous janitor on the internet. That's me. Marantz, what do you do for employment? You're looking at it. This is it right here. I'm a janitor. That's all I do. Building maintenance? What? I could. No, I don't do building maintenance. What? What in the world? Kid, do you not watch the show? Kid, you should watch the show. You should watch the show, or you should watch the documentaries where they ask you what I do for a living. Literally, when they interview me, I'm the senior operations, blah, blah, blah. I say some shit like that. Literally, my title is senior operations. Literally my title. But I'll just leave it alone. I just leave it alone. That's it, man. I do my best. And, but, you know, I'm always changing titles. I'm always moving around, doing what I got to do. That broom is real big. Yes. Marantz lives off of $2 super chats from Bill Pulte. Man, you ain't lying, bro. How'd you miss the documentary from James Janney? Somebody want to post that for Kid Caribou? Kid, what kind of fan are you, bro? What kind of fan are you? You need to watch the documentary, bro. I don't know what to tell you. Watch it. Yeah, kid, you know, the more I talk to you, the more you say you've been here since 2021, the more I'm skeptical, my man. And then you say you can come meet me. Hey, I just want to put it out there, bros. If you by happen chance to meet me, great. Going out of your way to meet me, never. Just do it. Let it be a byproduct of what you're doing. Because I might be busy that day. You might see me in passing, but that guy gives no time to his people. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm working, bro. What the fuck? I'm working. I gotta go. Like I gotta go. Like when I'm filming, are you kidding? I'm doing like a meet and greet. Like ask because I can. He met me. He met me before I started filming. He saw me, walked up, introduced himself. I said, "Oh, bro, that's awesome. Hey, what's up, man?" I say, "Well, I got to get to work." And he was like, "Oh, okay." And I'm dialed in from that point. I'm going, boom. Frank did the same thing. Frank saw me. I was up on the mountain for the first 3 hours, came down the mountain, 10,000 feet, walked the strip of Palm Springs, boiling 120 degrees. Frank walks up. I'm like, "Hey, Frank, really nice to meet you, sir. Appreciate you, blah, blah, blah." And I'm like, and I'm off again. And I'm going. So I'll meet you shopping at GameStop, too. I've only been here for 2 months. Oh, you only been with the channel for 2 months? Man. Crazy 2 months. But I mean, with GameStop, but like, where did you get your GameStop info? What do you do? I've been on YouTube for almost 4 years now. GameStop every day, live streams every day. That ain't crazy? Absolutely. I didn't put a goal on the channel today. Boom. I've been in Reddit for almost 4 years. Cool, man. There's this Reddit guy you should check out. If I go to Reddit, I don't remember Reddit. What's the Reddit profile, guys? I don't remember. Is it called? There's 2 of them, isn't there? There's there's my profile. What was the name of my guy? It was like somebody knows my Reddit. Somebody has to know my Reddit. It's like what is it called? What was the name? I don't remember, bro. That's how crazy it is. But it was something. Here we go. These guys are clipping my Twitter followings too now. I'm number one on the meltdown right now. Okay, meltdown. What are you guys saying? Because I called out President Trump and pumping a hedge to the market. Everything apes say and think is stupid. But expecting the administration and SEC to do anything to help. Do they think I'm serious? Is this crazy? All baggies on Twitter is who tags Musk. Okay. Marantz will turn into Crying Michael by the end of 2025 at this rate. Crinkle fries. He's already turned Marantz into Marantz Malej. Okay, cool. Marantz will be the very last person to learn that billionaires are not your friends. Cool, I'm the last person to know this. Who are these guys? The ape whisperer, Dan Man. I mean, the president is complicit of crime. And I wonder if I will ever occur to Marantz that no matter how much you glaze Trump, it's never going to make his bags less heavy. What bags? I'm green. Like, what bags are these guys talking about? Like, we were just flat, green, whatever. I don't understand this. Bags. Marantz better put his dentures in and get on the effing ball. Apes that voted for Trump used to think that the stock market needed more regulation. Oh, man, here we go. Marantz needs to realize that Trump is always right and that Marantz must have just misunderstood the meme coin situation. Marantz, if you're reading this, I'll buy 10K worth of your gum job coin. Okay, thank you. Release it. No, I'm good, thank you. Why are these guys so fascinated with whatever I'm doing? That's what I want to know. This is crazy. These guys are just too much. Anybody else? Is there anything else about me on this? Oh, they put this one on me. Is Moon Man a legendary troll? His Reddit name is Embarrassed Past. See, there you go. Browsing. They think that's my name. It's not my name. Hello, Marantz and Meltdown. They're screenshotting to get me there. Anybody want to tell them what my name was? Potential Exit. That's my Reddit. Go ahead and look at it and all the karma and everything. Thank you. It's my real Reddit. Let's see what we have here. I'm just reading though. You guys can't see the screen. Don't worry. You're good. I was seeing what else they put on here for me. Nobody. It's all PPC stuff, guys. That's not even GameStop stuff. GME Meltdown. That's what this place is called. And they do nothing about GME. Discount Rico makes a sacrifice. Okay. The Sears of Gaming. Just donate them to GameStop. Donate them? They won't let me. They got to show a transaction. They got to pay taxes on the profits they make. These guys not know that? These guys are crazy. They can't take in inventory and not pay for it. Not have to resell something that you didn't pay for. And then think about the taxes, implications, and charges. Yeah, it's hard to explain. Sell his car. They want me to sell my car and buy GameStop. They say I have a lack of conviction because I won't sell my vehicle. That's pretty good. Okay. Yeah, they say, what is it? Good job. You joke, but it's beyond mental illness. Mental illness. There's 48 of these dudes, 34,000 members of this channel, 48 online right now. 48. How many of us are there here right now? More than that. And their whole website is just Pulte. That's crazy, dude. Pulte and PP Show. Man, they got no one else to hate, huh? I can think of like 10 other GameStop people that they could hate on, but they won't hate on them. I wonder why. I don't understand. I don't understand why they don't put on the GameStop supporters on here. It's just me. I show epic gains because I'm down $800. Okay. Hey, bro, this shit is funny right here. Hold on. They took the picture. Guys, do you guys remember that video I made? Oh, man, look at this shit. This is hilarious, bro. They took that picture, the one I did when I was like Schmeagle, and then GME is red versus GameStop is green. That's funny right there. I like, you know what? See that right there? I can get with that. That's a good one there, Elegant Jr. That's good job, bro. Good job. That Rocket Ape life is dedicated to 23,000. Oh yeah, the guy ain't got no money. This guy's broke. This guy makes no money. Guys, I'm telling you, I'm broke. They're worried about my pockets. It's crazy. It's crazy, scary, stupid, hilarious, whatever. I'm looking. Oh, somebody here. Somebody on his GME. Oh, so they did Roaring Corey, that idiot. Oh god, that guy was bad. He's a poor man's everything. So they did do one other person. Oh, awesome. Oh, more me. What's this about? Moonman bags. I was up. What are you talking about? My bags. I was up. $1,100. What? How's that? Extremely close to break even about now. Yeah. Cost basis. Moonman's back in the red. Yeah, who cares? Just take his gain and dip. Oh, I should just take the money and run? Moonman's trying to hide his cost basis. No, I'm not trying to hide anything. What the hell? Only people I've ever met who were his age, had no teeth, were meth heads and meth. Okay. I'm 13. Edge level putting. Okay. Marantz Rantz gum jobs. Okay. I don't even understand what that means, but that's cool. Are they trying to say I'm missing teeth? That's what he said. I'm not missing teeth. They're just evenly gapped. Is that fair? I have a space in the middle. Huh? It makes it easier for flossing. I don't know what to tell you guys. Oh, Ape Father admits he lost 300K on AMC. I believe it, because they didn't do the due diligence. I was there. I told him to sell. He said, nah, I'm not selling. Nah, Marantz can't do that. Okay, well then you deserve to lose every dollar. That's it. Oh, what's this? Passion or obsession? Maybe obsessive passion. Is that it? Let's see what they say. This is called autism, buddy. Oh, is it? Get obsessed. We just go. No, we don't know everything. We're just very passionate and we're dedicated when we start learning something. We get obsessed. We just go. Right? Like any gamer does. You're a gamer? What do? Ask yourself about we start learning something. We get obsessed. What's wrong with these guys? Are they not gamers? Do they not like video games? Like, who doesn't like video games? By the way, I'm down 40 cents a share right now, guys. Not that bad. It's not that bad. It doesn't hurt me at all. All right, that's enough. I gotta go. I'm gonna go eat. All right, I really appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for all the love and support of the channel, Eddie. I see you. Anyone else? Damn, 4 years went like nothing. Yeah. It's a deep effing value. Yeah. Potential exit. See, somebody knows my name. Thank you, Vinny, for knowing my real name. What the hell's wrong with you guys? On point, walking down the fields. I felt like a backstage watching the show being made. Yeah. What bags does Trump have? I don't know. They have a crush on you, Marantz. Yeah. Marantz, have you ever heard of SPX 6900? No, I don't think so. Is that going to be what the spy's getting to? Because it's not. Next time you want to talk about Marantz Street video, how about Corex? You go outside your bedroom. Oh, is Corex here? No, he's Corex? That guy's on mute for me, so if you guys see him, give him the mute work. He's here? Oh yeah, guys. If you guys, I can't get to him because I already muted him from me, but I didn't mute him from the channel. Obviously, I muted him from me. I blocked him. So I don't want to deal with that kid. The kid, that kid has to wash dishes, bro. Like, and I'm not talking about like his own. I'm talking about he's got to take out the trash and wash dishes because his mom tells him to. All right, the kid still lives at home with his parents, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Sometimes it's all right. But Noisy, before you start giving a financial advice, like, honestly, dude, I don't know. Pay for your own annual PlayStation subscription. That's all I'm saying. All right, I got to get going. Marantz, they hate you because they're not you. And because they're poor investors. Yeah. Yeah. Hey. I'm just trying to get to 7 figures in one account. That's all I'm trying to do. They'll never figure me out. There's a reason why I show them my Fidelity account. So they can judge. It's all good. GameStop. Can't stop, won't stop. GameStop. Maybe I'm smarter than you think, Meltdown. Just maybe.